This is the Opie and Anthony Show.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Oh, yeah.
I'm with you on that one.
Macklemore's an asshole.
Yeah, Macklemore continues to be an asshole. We're not buying his bullshit.
He just continues to be such a douchebag.
What is he doing now? He's apologizing for being
White.
white.
That's pretty much what he did.
You think?
Yeah.
What is it? Kendrick Lamar. He sent a little text message to Kendrick Lamar. He wrote, you got robbed. I wanted you to win. You should have. It's weird and sucks that I robbed you. I was going to say that during the speech. Then the music started playing during my speech, and I froze. Anyway, you know what it is. Congrats on this year and your music. Appreciate you as an artist and as a friend. Much love. And then he Instagrams the fact that he texted Kendrick Lamar that.
Of course he did. What a just guilt-ridden white person he is.
I think this goes further than him just being white, man.
I
understand the white guilt thing.
He doesn't want to be Vanilla Ice.
But this guy is just a phony.
He's a phony.
He really is a phony.
He's a phony.
Groveling slob.
Groveling.
With this tolerance and with this, oh gosh, really me? Enough with the gosh, really me crap with these musicians. Taylor Swift does that shit too.
Yeah, all the time. We were talking about him yesterday and came to the conclusion no one can be that accepting of everything and everybody that is walking the earth.
You think when they fuck up his order at Starbucks, he's just sit there like accepting, like, oh,
hey,
okay, well,
bro,
I understand. All right,
I understand, because that'll happen, yo. That'll happen. Oh, with his wigger voice that he puts on.
Does he talk with the slang, the accent?
Oh, a little bit.
Of course he does.
I'm not buying it. I'm not buying that he's that nice. He's very calculated. He knows it's a hot topic right now to be tolerant, so
there was
he's fitting into that track for a while. What?
There was an article on Spin's website talking about this text message, saying that it's just, they said it's a microcosm of what irks people about Macklemore in the first place, is that he can't do anything without turning it back on him and patting himself on the back. He sends a text to Kendrick, but then he has to show everybody not only what he did, but also that they're friends.
Look at me.
Much love.
Yeah, if it's real, you just write the text.
Yeah.
But then what, he Instagrammed the text?
Instagram it.
Oh, my God, that's embarrassing. Why would you do that?
Grab an Instagram.
Why?
Hey, this is the text I just sent to Kendrick.
It would be up to Kendrick to go, wow, you know, Macklemore reached out to me, and this is what he said. Then that'd be all right. But you can't be the guy.
No, you can't be the guy.
You can't be the guy that says, look how nice I am.
Look at me. I fucking rule.
It's like showing your receipt from a charity organization and fucking twittering it. Like, look how much I gave.
Right.
I'm so giving.
Right.
Fuck him.
This is the moment.
Fuck him. Oh,
he won a lot.
I thought I was gay.
He won a lot of awards, though.
You gay? Well, he said he was robbed.
Well, just thinking he might have been gay in
that
the third grade is just so stupid.
No one thinks they're gay in the third grade.
Well, let's slow down.
Oh, welcome back, Timmy. Welcome back. We strongly think there's no way you can know anything in the third grade.
Yeah. There's a very
in the third
few.
grade, you're just sitting there going, wow, boobies.
Unless you are gay. And like that, you know,
but I don't even think you know
that.
Gay. But you just don't know it.
You don't know what it is. You just know what you like, want, and like. You don't know about gay or anything.
And man, I grew up extremely at a slow pace because I had no fucking idea of any of that shit. None, not a clue. Nothing.
I don't know when I became aware of the gay.
I imagine your dick was in a mouth.
Hey, it's gay. I became aware of the gay.
Yeah.
I know one of my relatives, like a cousin, a second cousin or something, was gay.
Oh, boy. How'd your dad like that one?
Oh, you know, hey, is Twinkle Toes showing up? You know, he'd do all that stuff. Oh, yeah, he's a little light in the loafers. Yeah. Oh, is he going to come? He'd say things like that. Is he going to come fluttering into the room? Yeah.
Really? That's just so not right.
Oh, yeah. And his father
Did you know that wasn't right as a kid, or you just went along with it?
Yeah, I knew there was something going on, but I didn't know that there was, you know, there was a sexual aspect to it. I just thought, he's like a fairy kind of thing.
Right.
And he, yeah, he's kind of like girlish.
I don't think any.
Guy's father was like a Marine and shit like that, and he used to just sit in the chair in like a catatonic state.
The Marine?
Yeah. And all I think now is that he was just sitting there the entire time staring at the TV just thinking, my son's gay. My son's gay. Holy shit, my fucking son's gay.
This was the 70s.
24 hours a day.
The 70s, right?
Oh, yeah.
We've come a long way from the 70s.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But he was really gay. And then I think he went full gay.
Yeah. What's going full gay? Like Magic Johnson's son, full gay, or just...
Yeah, like very flamboyant.
Wow.
And,
that's going in full gay, right?
Full gay. Just doing the whole gay.
You think some gays hold back from going full gay?
Some gays hold back. They don't want to go full gay.
You think they all want to go full gay?
I think any gay guy wants to go full gay.
Really?
Just the voice, the mannerisms.
I think there's just a spectrum.
You think there's a spectrum?
Yeah.
You think there's a gradient?
I don't think every gay wants to go
full gay.
No. All look like Liberace.
Yeah, that
they
flamboyant. They want to
was,
strut and be sassy.
If it was up to them and they were in a perfect world, they would just be all gay.
So gay.
They would look like CeeLo.
Full gay.
Even though I don't know what the fuck CeeLo's into, but he gives an impression that he enjoys being a bit flamboyant.
I think like strutting your stuff, hand on hip, fucking walking around, the wrist.
You really think every gay guy would want to go full gay like that?
I think that's like the gay dream. The gay dream come true of tolerance is being able to go out like that and be accepted.
They all want to wear what? Like just women's clothes?
Not women's clothes,
feminine, like
very flamboyant. Sequins. A lot of sequins and sequins and bedazzled fucking jackets. Things like that. Glitter in the hair.
I've known you way too long, and I don't believe you. I just don't believe you. I know you're not that silly.
Well, maybe I like to think
okay.
that this is
There's
the
no
gay
way.
world we could live in.
I got to defend the show because who knows what they take from us and try to fucking fuck us over with. There's no way you believe that.
I don't know. Well, it's not offensive. It's just saying there are so many levels of how people want to present themselves as gay Americans. Some people, if you go down to, the parade on Halloween, it's very flamboyant.
Right.
There's a lot of costumes.
But a lot of the gays would say that, those are the ones giving them a bad fucking...
Well, that's true, but...
Rep.
What's bad about it? Who cares?
Bad rep. They don't like that flamboyant shit.
I think it's fun.
Because they're trying to get real things done, and then you got, some weird shit happening in those parades.
Yeah. But the way gays are presented in movies, too, it's always like, okay, girlfriend. It's not like just a regular dude at work doing his shit, and then he just happens to be gay.
What about Brokeback Mountain? That was some regular gay, right?
That was regular gay.
I still haven't seen that fucking movie.
Oh, it's divine.
I have no desire to see it.
You gotta see it.
I don't.
That spit scene in the tent.
I have no desire to see that.
No?
None.
Come on. That was a courageous role on both of their parts.
Wow. They fought over who had to take it.
Wow. Oof.
I don't know. As an act, I think you got to be a bit mysterious to take a part like that.
You think?
I don't know. I'm not saying that you're,
Was that Jake Gyllenhaal?
I'm not saying that.
Heath Ledger.
And Heath Ledger, yes.
I don't know. I think you got a little...
You think you got to have... Yeah. He spoke about
I don't know. That's
acting
crazy.
in that and how kind of awkward it was.
I don't know.
At least you don't have a question about what to do with your hands, and you're firmly wrapped around a cock.
Yeah, or they're over your own mouth so you don't scream. Being fucked in the shitter. I don't think all gay guys, by the way, want to do that. I think I think a lot of them are like just fucking regular dudes, and they just Because in the straight community, you have fucking feminine guys too.
Everyone's on.
Yeah,
you're on the spectrum of whatever, whether you're straight, gay, fucking.
Well, then how come
lesbo?
Then the gay people should be a little more upset and offended and active when it comes to their portrayal in every form of media, because all you see are those fashion, like you watch those fashion shows, the various fashion shows on TV. They are all over-the-top gay.
Right. I guess because they make for good TV.
Well, maybe that's it. But then it's being exploitive, I think.
I'm sure that eventually they'll go down that road and say, look, man, we're being portrayed horribly on TV.
I don't think I've ever seen a gay guy on TV that you're just like, oh, that's a guy that just happens to be gay.
I got one.
Yeah, well,
Anderson Cooper.
He makes eyes sometimes. You look and go, and you go,
You're a tough critic. I would hate to have you as a teacher in high school. Are you crazy?
He makes a face every so often.
He has a
gay face.
He has a weird giggle that comes out every once in a while. But
Every so often.
But in general, I think you're seeing Anderson Cooper for the most part.
No, I agree.
I would assume if you met Anderson Cooper off the CNN, he would be very similar to his on-air persona.
Do you think, or do you think he, gets a little more?
It probably comes out a little more, but I think
when he's around his
it's
buddies.
within range.
When he's around his buddies and stuff, maybe hanging out at the bar, he's not on TV. There are some people. You ever see that guy, that black guy that was doing the report and the cricket flew in his mouth? And he goes, God damn this country-ass motherfucker.
Yeah, yeah.
And he was all like, and today, I think that might happen with Anderson Cooper, where on air, he's like that, and then when he's with his friends, he might swish it up a little. He might a little bit.
Maybe a little taste, but I don't think it's too far off from what you see on TV.
Oh, there was one on All in the Family. Remember Archie's gay friend?
Stretch?
The football player? It wasn't Stretch. It was this real manly guy, and he sat down with Archie, and he's like, I'm gay, Archie. He's like, oh, man.
What did Archie say? I don't remember this episode.
He was like, get out of here. Like, he thought he was
a
joking. And he never accepted it.
Right.
He goes, all right, Arch, whatever you want to think. And that's because he was goofing on Mike's friend that had like a pocketbook, a little handbag thing, and he's like, "Oh, that's gorgeous, your purse over there."
Can we find that clip? I want to see the clip.
Archie's gay friend.
Let's say hi to Derek on Long Island. Derek.
Hey, Dirk.
Yeah, that's funny. You just mentioned All in the Family. I was going to say the same thing.
Oh.
I'm kind of around your age, and the first time I ever heard the word gay, I read it in Mad Magazine, and I didn't know what it was.
Was it? But how was it used in Mad Magazine? Was it a cartoon? Was it an article?
Well, it must have been a cartoon. Everything was a cartoon.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
They didn't really write serious articles, I don't think.
Yeah, what am I saying, article?
Yeah.
You're absolutely right.
It was a serious article from Mad Magazine.
So there was a bit
serious.
The gay. Yeah, exactly.
So there was some satire to it.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And don't forget, we grew up, being exposed to fucking Paul Lynde and,
Right.
Charles Nelson Riley.
But like Ant's bit, which I always like when he does, then those guys would do a regular interview, and they always would ask him about a lady in their life.
So, any chance of marriage, Paul? Well, I don't know.
And you got to think the interviewers and everyone around then, they knew sure, but it was just a different time.
Well, Lee,
you didn't blow up anyone's spots back then.
No.
Absolutely.
But if you watch Hollywood Squares, the old Hollywood Squares with Paul Lynde, he was constantly making gay jokes in the old center square there, like self-deprecating gay jokes.
Right.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was gay, though. I didn't know Charles Nelson Riley. I didn't know the Village people were gay.
Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. I had no idea.
No, I knew the shit that I did wasn't good, but I didn't fucking know that I had no clue.
Yeah. That they were
just
gay.
how it was portrayed. You had no idea.
They were just fun.
Yeah, they were fun. And
they were fun and happy.
You'd want them at a party.
Right. Weren't they just
boy,
fun?
would they want me at a party.
Oh, I say. Oh, look out, Mrs. Mueller.
Look at the Opster.
Well, why don't you come here, Opie?
Yeah, exactly.
I got a boat.
Exactly.
I have 2 apples in a little fleshy pouch. I was in a Bradley's when I was a kid or something, or a Corvette, and I didn't know what gay sex was. So someone told me the Village people were gay. So I asked the woman who worked there, I'm like, what do gay guys do in bed?
Oh, no.
And she just wouldn't talk to me.
Of course
not.
I
kept asking her, what do they do in bed?
Oh, you just wanted to know.
But I think I kind of knew, but I wanted her to say it.
Yeah, of course you did.
Yeah.
Start jacking it.
It's a young cuck. 9 years old.
Jesus.
Oh, there you go. You found the clip.
Yeah, hold on one second.
Right.
Thad in Wisconsin.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Hello.
How cold is it up there today?
I got -13.
Oh. No. Wind chill, -13?
No.
regular temperatures.
Regular temperature is negative 13 in Wisconsin today.
You bet.
Holy fuck.
I like how they had to change global warming to climate change.
Right.
It's like now they're right no matter what happens. Come on. Right. Stop it.
Well, because it always confused people when, global warming. And then winter hit, and it was like, fuck global warming. Look, it's cold.
Yeah. Well, that's like when we were going through maybe a hot spell or something. There'd be global warming. Yeah. And then it's like, well, what about the cold? And they're like, climate change. Let's call it climate change.
Minus 13? That's insane. Yeah, I was bitching. I was walking around yesterday. It was 25. I was a little fucking pussy
chilly
about it. Anyway, go ahead, Thad.
Yeah, my girlfriend works at a Catholic school.
Oh.
And I never really had an opinion about this, and she's not judgmental, but she's got a second grader that he is all in as far as being gay. All he talks about is princesses and draws dresses that he wants to wear when he grows up.
Yeah, there are boys that I think you absolutely know.
Sure. Dude, there had to be kids in our classrooms. I had no fucking idea.
They were sissies. Remember, you'd call him, he's a sissy.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and you'd be, all right,
now I got a short list of names.
I remember a couple of kids. There was one in East Islip, this little red-headed kid, and he was a sissy. And then you realize, when you get older, okay.
Gotcha.
It might have been gay.
All right, well, here's the clip you were talking about from Archie. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, Archie's a gay friend. He's all man.
Right.
Can't imagine. He's fucking a top.
Not necessarily.
Oh, you think?
Well, you got to think that they didn't want to go flamboyant with this shit.
No, well, that was the whole thing.
Back then, I mean. It's like, all right, if we're going to do this gay thing, you still got to act kind of like...
Oh, man.
Quote like a real man.
That was the whole thing with this episode, was Mike Stivick's friend was very flamboyant and gay-like, and Archie was calling him gay, and Mike was like, no, he's not gay. He's like, sure, but then Archie's friend, who's all man, he turns out to be gay.
Oh, I bet your meathead had a fun
did he ever?
A good time with that one.
Because he'd hear rumors.
After the big reveal.
Yes.
Let's see the clip.
Yeah, let her rip.
Is this the one with the guy with the whatever, and a guy with who's a queer? Is that it?
Yeah. A four eyes. The guy that wears glasses is a four eyes.
Right.
A guy that's fag is a queer, or something like that. All right. Watching a fight. Probably likes a little twink, that big fella. You turn it up a little? Is there any more volume left? No? Fuck. Damn it.
Boy, that was some fight there, huh?
Great. You know something, Arch? I love those combinations.
Oh, hey, take it easy. Hey, the law says that mitts of yours are lethal weapons.
Ah, you're nuts, Archie. I was a ball player, not a fighter.
Oh, what's
Many fists,
the size of your boy's strength. Hey, do me a favor. Let me try you once for you.
Oh, have another beer.
Come on.
Forget it.
One time.
Are you serious?
Certainly.
Watch once the arm wrestle him.
All right, go.
Because Meathead already told him, like a rumor, that he heard around town that he's gay.
So now Archie's trying to...
Yeah.
Mike's still...
There's no way a gay guy would take him in an arm wrestling match. Is that what's going on here?
Of course.
But he lost.
Finish a couple of beers over here, would you? I mean, they got no regard, they got no respect for the old institutions.
What institutions, Archie?
Well, like sports, sportsmanship, there, guts, guns, the things that separate the sexes, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think I know what you mean.
Yeah. There you go, guys. Thanks. Hey, let me ask you something. How long you know this kid Roger that was in with Mike?
Oh, a couple of years, ever since he started coming to shop.
A couple of years. Now, you're a man of the world. Now, you must know that this kid is kind of a la-di-da, right?
La-di-da.
Is that what Mike thinks of Roger?
Oh, forget about what Mike thinks. I can't even tell you what he thinks. Hey, put them glasses over here. I want to go with you once more. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's all right.
Come on, let me get even. One more time. Come on, get it up there. Hey. All right, go.
What does Mike think, Arch?
Oh, Mike, jeez. Well, for one thing, he thinks that friend of his, Roger, is straight. And for another thing, well, Steve, you're going to want to bust him wide open when I tell you this. I don't know where he gets these brainstorms, but he thinks that you're the... I can't even say it, Steve.
He's right, Arch.
While he's holding his hand.
Yeah.
He's right.
Oh, you mean he's right about his friend Roger?
About everything.
Oh, come on. You want to joke about it, all right, but come on, get off it, huh, guy?
Arch? How long you known me? 10, 12 years?
Yeah?
In all that time, did I ever mention a woman?
Oh, boy.
Well, what difference does that make? You're a bachelor.
So?
A bachelor.
I know, but bachelors, they're always acting kind of private.
Exactly.
Oh, but fucking the ass he's fucking penetrated.
I ain't the brightest guy in the world. You want to put me on, but don't sit there and tell me to do. I mean, look at you, look at. Come on, will you, big clown? You get out of here.
Have it your own way, Arch. The truth's in the eye of the beholder anyway.
He looks gay now.
I'll see you later, pal.
Yeah.
He's gonna go get some ass.
Yeah.
He's going to the other bar down the street.
Well, if that's the punch of a fruit.
Fruit. There we go. That's it.
Not a bad scene, right?
Yeah.
What a great show.
He's right, Arch.
He's right, Arch.
Can I suck your cock?
Anyway, there you have it. Let's say hi to Nick in Niagara Falls. Nick.
Yellow.
Peckers.
Hey.
Peckers.
Yeah.
Yes. What's up, Nick?
All right. Peckas.
Oh, I didn't hear what you said.
I think he was doing a chip. Peckas.
That was wonderful. Thanks.
Good call, Nick.
Very good call right there.
Amazing call. I'm trying to talk about Macklemore and how he once tweeted that he tipped a black waitress 21%. Or
are you kidding me?
Or that's what the guy said so he could say peckers.
Maybe.
I don't know what's right.
Yeah.
All right, let's say hi to AJ in Brooklyn. AJ!
Hey, guys, what's up?
Hey, buddy. Get us back on track. Jesus, let's go.
If you guys want to hear the most pathetic shit you'll ever hear, look up the song by Macklemore called White Privilege.
Oh, yeah?
White Privilege.
He apologizes for being a white rapper.
I think we might have done this before.
Is he groveling?
He is pathetic.
He's so groveling.
Just fucking be an artist.
Don't fucking... Nothing... Race matters so much more to liberals. Oh, another commercial?
Yeah, I see that. What is that?
All right.
Thank you.
Oh, might be another Mark Cuban commercial.
Right. For free listening.
Oh, see?
SiriusXM free listening is back on through February 10th. Just hit the satellite button in your car and make sure to call this number for a great subscription offer.
Why is he hiding?
I don't know.
He's hiding from...
Why isn't he fired for doing that?
If you're talking to the camera, you shouldn't hide. It's stupid.
Right.
I think they would have locked up that button, too, that you hit to just make it free. Why have a button that makes it free to listen?
Nothing against Mark Goodman, but it's a horrible concept.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
It's a horrible concept. No one is, like, sneaking around talking to a camera.
He's behind little fucking, like road cases and
then what? He assumes the bosses aren't going to know that he was sneaking around talking to a camera? It's not
no, they're not going to see that.
It's not going to get back to them in this day and age?
Wouldn't they have called him into the office and fired him?
Right. The concept is bad. Is this White Privilege by Macklemore?
All right.
All right.
Oh, is this annoying?
I see so many people lost who really try to pretend. But am I just another white boy who's caught on to the trend? When I take a step to the mic, is hip-hop closer to the end? Cause when I go to shows, the majority have white skin. They marketed the windmill, the air flare and head spin. And white rappers' albums really get the most spins. The face of hip-hop has changed a lot since Eminem. And if he's taking away black artists' profits, I look just like him. Claim the culture that wasn't mine, the way of the American. Hip-hop is gentrified, and where will all the people live? It's like the Central District, Beacon Hill to the South End, being pushed further away because of what white people did. Now, where's my place in the music that's been taken by my race? Cultural appropriated by the white face. And we don't want to admit that this is existence. So scared to acknowledge the benefits of our white privilege. Cause it's human nature to want to be part of something different, especially when your ancestors are European Christians. And most whites don't want to acknowledge this is occurring, cause we got the best deal, the music without the burden of being black in a system that really wants you to rock. Cause all you need is a program and you can go and make hip-hop. And we hate the mainstream, cause we're the ones that took it. Now we listen to A$AP Rocky and wear t-shirts that say Brooklyn. But it's not about black and white, right? I mean, good music is good music regardless of what you look like. But when you don't give them props, isn't that selfish? That's like saying rock was actually started by Elvis. So where does this leave me? I feel like I pay dues, but I'll always be a white MC. I give everything I have when I write a rhyme, but that doesn't change the fact that this culture's not mine. But I'm gonna be me, so please be who you are. This is something that's effortless and it shouldn't be hard. I said I'm gonna be me, so please be who you are. But we still own 40 acres, now we stolen their 16 bars. Hip-hop started off on a block that I've never been to counteract the struggle that I've never even been through. If I think I understand just because I flow too, that means I'm not keeping it true. Nope. Hip-hop started off on a block that I've never been to counteract the struggle that I've never even been through. If I think I understand just because I flow too, that means I'm not keeping it true. I'm not keeping it true. I don't rap about guns, so they label me cautious. But I don't rap about guns because I wasn't forced into the project. See, I was put in a position where I could choose my options. Blessed with the privilege that my parents could send me to college. Now, who's going to shows? The kids in the block starving? Or the white people with dough that can relate to my content? Marketed the music, and now adapted to the lifestyle. What happened in jazz and rock and roll is happening right now. Where's my place in the music that's been taken by the media, with white corporations controlling what they're feeding you? I brought up A$AP Rock, but I'm not even dissing, dude. We love hip-hop, and what do you think the Caucasians are listening to? And I speak freely when I write this. The black MC examine race that goes half their fan base, white kids. And this is so true. And we didn't even have to fight the system. We just went and picked up the microphone too. And we got good at it. So we should be rapping, but only supporting them is like burning Jimmy and buying Clapton. Now, Clapton's incredible, but no Jimmy, no foundation. So here comes history and the cultural appropriation. White kids with do-rags trying to practice their accents from the suburbs to the upper class, mastering a language. But hip-hop,
it's embarrassing.
And it's exhausting to listen to.
Yes.
It's just exhausting.
And he's an Eminem ripoff.
So
he raps like Eminem.
Of course.
He's not even that good.
No Clapton without Jimi Hendrix, I guess, is what he was saying.
No Clapton without Jimi Hendrix.
It's just like, all white people.
What are you talking
All white
about?
people just stink and suck and fucking.
No Clapton without Jimi Hendrix. I think they came up together.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I think there's a possibility that Clapton actually hit before Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah. Do you think Clapton started playing guitar when he heard Hendrix? Hendrix died in 1970.
Yeah.
And Clapton was hanging out with the Beatles. So what are you talking about?
Yeah, he's a dope.
He is a fucking, what a groveling, fucking, guilt-ridden. Just bend over and let a black guy shove a big dick in your ass as reparations.
But that's like an embarrassing desire for black guys to go, yo, man, you got it right. Like, that's not respecting black people, being a groveling fucking phony.
It's like a prison
idiot.
Trustee. That's like a prison trustee mentality.
What's up with this white privilege thing? What is it? What?
It's another, he's so just phony.
I have a lot of people around me that are struggling, and they are white.
Yeah, a white privilege.
What's this white privilege thing where everything's just handed to us?
It's just handed to you.
What are you talking about?
You don't have to do anything. It's amazing.
Oh, I missed that fucking boat. That would have been a nice boat to jump on.
Would have been great.
Come aboard. The white privilege is about to leave. Imagine.
When I was I remember being in a gas station in the middle of the winter because I was sleeping in my car, and I couldn't run the car because I didn't have much gas in the car.
Yeah.
And I would take the hand blower and put it down my shirt just to get heat.
Right.
And that
well, that was your white privilege.
That was my white privilege.
Yeah.
Was the fact that there was a hand blower in the gas station bathroom.
When I worked at the Walt Whitman,
when
I worked at the Walt Whitman Mall restaurant as a temp to hire, my boss was, I swear to you, was a retard. I was thinking to myself, man, this is white privilege at its best.
White privilege, it's great.
As I'm washing someone else's fucking dirty dishes. Just washing and washing.
And, you know, he didn't live through all that struggle.
And what about all
the culture? So him rapping about it, he's got to apologize for that.
What about all the other white Macklemores that aren't making it?
Right.
They should be making it because they got the white privilege on their side too, right?
Yeah. And what about the fact that black people and non-Caucasian people get to enjoy everything that white people came up with? So are people apologizing that they're using fucking space technology and shit that was pretty much the majority of the people that did it were white people? Jesus Christ.
We might have some more info on the Clapton Hendrix thing. I'm telling you, I think Clapton came way before Hendrix. Because when you read about the Beatles, man, Clapton was in there, and I think Clapton was trying to become a Beatle even. He's like, fuck, those guys are onto something. I want to be part of that shit.
And even if he came a year or two before him, what do you think? Clapton, who I hate, didn't pick up a guitar till he heard Hendrix?
Yeah.
He was already good.
Greg in Boston. What's up, Greg?
What do you say, boys? First of all, that song was awful.
Well, it's awful as a song, too, because it's just tiring. It's hard to follow along with it. And there's no fucking hook.
Guy, and we started. Clapton actually found Hendrix, brought him over to Europe, made him big in England, and then brought him back to the States. That was, by the way, after laying guitar tracks down for George Harrison because he couldn't play the guitar either.
Oh. So you're saying Clapton discovered Hendrix?
Clapton, look, it's in the history books. Clapton just saw Hendrix playing at a little bar. Brought him over to England, actually, realizing that a black guitar player at the time wasn't going to really be a big hit. Got him big in England and then brought him back to the States.
Wow. And now people saying Hendrix's hero was Bob Dylan. Another guy saying that Clapton discovered Hendrix and came before Hendrix.
Just more babble, more Macklemore.
So he's rewriting history for his stupid fucking song.
Dumb fucking guilt song.
He just stinks, this guy.
Just shut up. Go be guilty somewhere else.
I see.
Good to have you back, Jimmy. We miss you.
Thank you, sir.
I see right through him. Right through him. It's all bullshit. It's all marketing bullshit.
He must love when fucking black people come up to him and they're like, man, you keeping it real.
Right.
Yeah, I am.
Let's say hi to Drew in Connecticut. Drew.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, buddy.
What did you draw?
I'm just saying, I'm a black guy and listening to that song, that was disgusting.
Yeah.
It's songs like that make society more racially divisive.
Of course.
And, a lot of black folks, to be totally honest with you, have this angst against white America, and songs like that, definitely perpetrated. No, yeah, Jimmy,
Perpetrated, and then he doesn't even have his facts right in the song.
No.
He's just making up shit because it works for his dopey song.
Well, I mean,
he's no Eminem. I mean, Eminem's lyrics are pretty solid.
But he sounds like he's trying to sound like him.
Yeah, he does.
Really awful.
Yeah.
He fucking sucks.
He does. He has good choruses.
I don't know if he sucks. He won a lot of Grammys. So a lot of people are buying into his shit.
So did two robot heads.
Yeah.
Fuck Macklemore.
All right.
We need a black man in studio to discuss this.
Oh, yes. Well, there's one I think coming in.
Dr. Ian Smith doesn't know shit about Macklemore.
No.
Are you kidding me?
I don't know.
He knows about his tread diet, as Roland says.
Yeah, his treading.
Has treading.
You don't know shit about Macklemore. He went to Harvard. You want to talk about white privilege? Dr. Ian Smith has white privilege.
He's a nerd.
Oh, my God. He's way nerdier than any of us.
Does he know about his blenders when they're on their last soldering? Are they putting the buttons on it?
Well, they better, because the Nutra people are knocking at this point. They're knocking. He better have that blender today.
Mm-hmm. By the way, Roland hasn't eaten one kernel of the popcorn.
What?
That he was complaining about not having.
What?
Yeah, Roland's been talking a little shit since the Dr. Ian Smith thing. So I want to see how it plays out today.
Okay.
Because then Dr. Ian Smith said, all right, I'll get you the fucking popcorn. So I guess there's a huge box of popcorn somewhere. Where is that shit? Because I want to bring some of that home. Or you guys eat it all.
No. You want me to bring it in?
And Roland said, I'm not eating this?
Roland... I don't know if he'll tell. Roland's doing somebody else's diet.
No, I know that.
Oh, man.
But is he brave enough to say all this today?
I don't know.
Well, really.
I combine the two.
Yeah.
When we last left you with this whole thing, Roland and Erock folded big time. They had a lot to say about Dr. Ian Smith. Dr. Ian Smith comes in, and they both folded drastically.
Yeah. You don't think they stood tall?
Not at all. And then Roland went back to sort of trashing him, and he's actually following another diet, but is he brave enough to say that today?
Mm-hmm.
Because that could be fun.
Yeah.
Because Dr. Ian Smith said a whole box of that popcorn.
Dr. Ian Smith shuts them guys down so fast and easily.
We'll see how it plays out.
Yeah.
Let's see. Jim should respect Macklemore. He's a recovering drug addict and alcoholic. So?
Yeah, I don't want to see the guy drink and hang himself. I just don't like, and I said his choruses are very good. I just don't like that groveling. I don't find it to be genuine.
No. Groveling.
If you're good at what you do and you have good musical talent, you don't need to apologize for that. Just do it.
You're fucking apologizing.
Well, this is all because of the text message he sent to.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
You know.
No humility in
again,
that.
You know. If he was if there were other white guys in the category, would he have apologized to them too? I mean, it's such a gimmick. Phony.
The tolerance thing?
Yeah.
And I'm not worthy?
His tolerance and acceptance. Whoa.
Wow, that's all the popcorn?
3 giant boxes.
It looks like no one has really eaten the popcorn.
What happened?
This is healthy popcorn, Jimmy.
No, I'm mad at myself. I had a big dessert the other night.
What did you have?
Just a bunch of stuff. A bunch of bites.
Oh.
We bumped into Dana White in the lobby of the hotel. It was completely random. And he goes, let's go to dinner.
Nice.
I had a nice, healthy dinner. Nothing. And then he goes, I'm going to get desserts. And he ordered desserts for the table.
Oh, no,
I just picked a little butter cake.
Oh, no.
You ever have butter cake? I've never had it.
It's good.
Is that like pound cake?
Dude, it was like
That's ridiculous. It's butter and sugar, basically.
I've never had anything better. I had a little couple bites, but it was good. I took a 40-pound shit the next day.
The caller's full of shit is coming in.
What? It's impossible.
Let's say hi to Larry in Kentucky. Larry.
Hi, boys. Hey, Sammy.
Hello.
All right, so why is Macklemore full of shit?
Well, the caller is full of shit because Eric Clapton did not discover Jimi Hendrix. Jimi Hendrix, after he was discharged from the Army, was playing on the Chitlin circuit with a bunch of groups. He played with the Isley Brothers, and he was outdoing the Isley Brothers and embarrassing them on stage with his antics as well as his chops. So he was in Greenwich Village playing with a group he formed called Jimmy James and the Blue Flames, when he was discovered by Chaz Chandler, who was Eric Burd's bass player in the Animals. And Chaz Chandler brought him to England, got him a work permit so he could actually play, which was a big contention because he had trouble getting him a work permit so he could play and do concerts. Hooked him up with Mitch Mitchell on drums, Noel Redding on bass, forming the Jimi Hendrix Experience. Clapton had already been playing with
Are you reading
John
this?
Mayall and the Blues Breakers, and they were already staying in London. Clapton was God because they'd never heard guitar playing. He was so immersed in American blues. And so they were really contemporaries. They were not, although Clapton was a star before Hendrix got to Europe, but Clapton's star rose very quickly in England, and then he had to be imported into America from England to become a star.
Are you reading the Wikipedia page?
No, sir, I don't have any web access. I don't have an account. I'm sitting in a truck. It's just, I don't...
Holy shit, this guy knows stuff.
It's Larry.
It's Larry.
I don't give a fuck who he is. On our show, he's just a fucking dopey truck driver. He can be Larry on the after show all he wants. Wow, Larry, you got some knowledge.
Well, yes, sir. I read all the album liner notes on all the music that I buy. I buy physical media and keep it. I don't even have an MP3 player.
You sound proud of the fact that you're staying off the grid.
You're not buying into this new technology thing?
Yeah, it's a fad.
Well, the government is watching us.
Yeah,
if you play Angry Birds, they know everything about you, according to the media today.
There's some security leaks in that Angry Birds program.
They got all your shit if you played Angry Birds ever. Have fun with that knowledge.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Larry, thank you. So now I don't know what to think. Larry seems a bit knowledgeable.
I still don't think Clapton was
Clapton didn't come before Hendrix.
Stealing shit from Hendrix.
Clapton had his own fucking thing going on.
Yeah, and he was already playing, though. But to say that without Hendrix, it would have been Clapton is dumb. And I wish Clapton was fucking fall into a ditch.
Right. Yeah.
Stand him.
Clapton was already an established star in England, and they were already writing all over on walls.
So how's the caller wrong then?
He didn't like the discovery of Hendrix by Clapton. That's what the caller was wrong about.
Larry is saying that he didn't discover.
Larry,
but But certainly,
mother Larry.
Certainly, Clapton definitely came before Hendrix. That's all. That's the whole point we're making today. Macklemore says it the other way in his song, and no one's gonna fucking check him on that.
No,
they're just gonna assume it's right because Macklemore wrote it.
Better check yourself.
Right, but Macklemore doesn't even know history of music.
I like him though.
Thank you, Larry.
Like his views.
All right. Clapton started playing guitar in '63, way before Hendrix. Yeah, he was he was hanging with the Beatles more or less. They were in the same circles. All right. This guy's an idiot. Clapton did find him. Oh my God.
I'm not gonna fucking.
You want to do this?
Yes, it's Eric from London.
Greg in Boston. Greg.
What's up, boys? Calling back. That guy's a moron. Larry the Trucker can fuck himself. I know for a fact I'm right.
All right.
There you go. Now we're done.
The story was the same when the guy he brought him over to England and everything. Don't worry about it. Clapton found him playing in that.
Calm down. It's yelling.
All right.
You're panicking.
We're gonna eat, and when we get back, Dr. Ian Smith will join the program to check on Erock and Roland and how their weight loss is going.
Oh yeah.
I think there's gonna be a weigh-in today too, right?
Exciting.
And maybe some controversy. We'll see if Roland's feeling it. We'll see what happens. What do you think?
I hope.
You think they fold again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think so?
Absolutely.
I think Eric has bought in, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think Roland is the one who's really folding a lot.
Really? Is he here?
Yeah, Roland just fucking folds right up.
Yeah.
But Roland's here.
Stay behind the scenes.
Well, I have no problem telling Dr. Ian Smith that he's following another diet plan.
Yeah.
I have no problem doing that.
Oh, we'll sell him out.
Oh, absolutely.
Combing through their 20-year history, this is an Opie and Anthony radio gem.
It's Justine Jolie. Hey, can Erock spank you? He's really good at it.
All right.
All right, Erock, get up. Do we have the last time he spanked you?
Oh, yeah, hold on.
God. Just
Give me a little love first. Don't just start with the whole
Yeah, Erock.
Give me a little love. Give me a little rub. Don't just go whack.
Yeah, look how. Notice how Jimmy did it when he would do that years ago.
Yeah, many years ago, before he got a girlfriend.
Yeah, he would spank girls and
a real long
and he would know how to do it.
Yeah. So you like discipline?
I'm not really good with discipline, which is really crappy. I can only handle discipline for a little while.
Yeah.
I just like to be roughed on.
Erock, you ready to go or what?
Am I getting spanked? Please, please, please.
How do you want it?
Oh, there we go.
How about right there?
All right, Erock. Wait, Erock, you got to give her some loving first. You know how this is done, right? You need some.
You can't go for the whole crack. You got to give a little
Yeah.
rub. See, there you go.
Now a little.
Erock is kind of just
Sam.
rubbing her hiney in such an unsexy way.
It's not going to bite, man. I promise.
Here goes Erock.
Jeez.
He won't disappoint her.
Yeah?
Now, Erock knows.
Yeah.
He knows.
All right, there she goes.
All right, there's a little rubbing going on.
Ah! Oh! Ow! Oh! Motherfucker! Motherfuck you!
Erock!
You cocksucker! Son of a bitch!
Erock!
Ow! That
Holy
was a
shit!
fucking bruise, mate. Look.
Are you shitting me? She's fair-skinned, too. You don't... Oh, my God.
Son of a
Do you know how to fucking spank a girl, you douchebag?
Oh,
dude, you're supposed to tap.
Well, this is the first time I've done
It's not like you're beating women up.
fuck nut. Ooh.
You don't
and see, here I was all thinking, Annie got crack, too. You should say no to crack, man. Ow.
Holy shit.
Didn't even get the whole ass cheek. Went for the fucking crotch, too.
I think...
Son of a bitch.
And now Jim Norton interviews legendary actor Alan Alda.
Sorry, Alan, I just cut a gasser in your face. Thank you. Oh, boy, listen to that. So, let's get to the meat of the issue. You had AIDS. How long did you have AIDS for?
I think about 6 months. I was really lucky. I must have had a light case.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
Alan, you were a bit of a disappointment. Thank you very much. It's fun talking. Say what?
The Opie and Anthony Show is back on Sirius XM.
Got Dr. Ian Smith outside the studio. making his way in to check on the boys.
He certainly is.
I don't know why you deal with this radio show, Dr. Ian Smith. You're a big TV star. What is it about this show?
Well, you know, I was looking at the, I was looking at your wall of fame in the office.
Yes.
It's pretty impressive.
So, yeah, I date way back. I was going to give you a hard time, by the way.
Why?
I was going to say that the only black guys on the wall are athletes. And then I saw myself, and I saw Michael Clark Duncan, so I backed down.
Patrice O'Neal.
Yeah.
Not athletic.
Not very, no. He was not.
We had Don Cheadle in studio.
Don Cheadle, a fine actor.
We had
Terrence Howard.
Terrence Howard.
No, you guys. No,
we
listen.
had
Bob, what's his name?
Marion Barry.
Chris Rock.
Yeah. In studio?
Yes.
Well, at the doorway, we kind of hijacked someone else's interview. But he was still on our show, all right? Officially.
Was he sober or was he in one of those states?
Yeah, he was all right.
He was all right?
Yeah, we only got to talk to him for a couple of minutes, but it was kind of cool.
Yeah. Very. Anyway, so I stand self-corrected. You guys have a great wall of fame.
Yes, we just try to keep it really white on the wall.
Yes, of course.
Flav, you had Flav?
Yeah.
Oh, God, yeah. Flav.
Who spelled guys Guyes?
Was he on Was he on that show when you were on it?
He was not. He was. I'm trying
to remember. Oh, he was doing his own reality shows.
Yeah, he did that.
Of course he went to Fit Club. He was a toothpick.
I was going to say he was like 2 pounds.
Right, exactly.
So
Ice-T, Ice Cube, what's his name? The RZA from
50 Cent.
50 Cent.
50.
Motherfucking fitting.
And, you know, we got the black channel right next to us, so it's tough to get the black guys sometimes.
No, it's not Sway in the morning.
Sway's cool. We like Sway.
We don't want to hijack their guests, though. They kind of walk. They don't really walk past the door. Right. Which, if they did, it would just be, hey, get in here.
But I'm going to tell you something. Guys would come all the time. If they knew you guys were available, guys would come all the time.
Yeah.
I got a guy. Let me start off before we get into this, because we're going to get into some stuff.
Hold on. Meatloaf's going on Fox today. He babbled yesterday.
He does that all the time, though.
He's a good guy, though. What the hell? Sorry, go ahead.
There's a guy, Manny Kalzinski, who's probably listening or listening to the podcast. Manny, what's up? He's in Wichita, Kansas, way out in Wichita. So, Manny, what's up? I know it's cold out there. And
Manny, it's Sal.
Right.
I love Manny.
Manny.
I love him.
Manny
married just yesterday. Sorry.
Manny's just a good old Midwestern white boy. Nice guy, you know, salt of the earth. And then Kathleen and Dan Platt, who just had their baby in Chicago. Dan's probably listening. He's a big fan of you guys. Like when I used to do you guys a long time ago, he knew me before I met him and his wife. He knew me from O&A.
From this show, yeah. No.
So you guys are huge. You crazy?
We try.
Yeah.
Boy.
Well, we got your popcorn.
Okay, you got the popcorn. Oh, look, you got 3 freaking... No one even...
Now you overdid it.
Oh, no. Hold on for a second.
Now you overdid it with the popcorn.
Overdid it. You guys, I sent
Look, there's 3 massive boxes.
Yeah, it's shred pop. I sent you the flavors.
Right.
And only like 2 bags have been eaten.
And I just ate one.
Well,
and you just ate one.
He just ate one.
That's why.
And they trashed me? You guys trashed me?
Wait, do you remember when I said a mere few minutes ago, why are you dealing with this show?
Right.
We're about to get into it.
Yeah.
Roland has decided he's not going to eat your popcorn.
Roland, for some reason, has decided to completely go off book. And not even... This was supposed to be a competition between Erock and Roland using your diet,
Super Shred,
and your money.
And your money, and see who would lose the largest percentage of weight, and that's it. Well, it's taken this turn into Bizarro world where now Roland is on a completely different diet.
But I don't know if he's brave enough to tell you that, because last time he folded in front of you.
No, last time he was like, well, I combined the 2.
Right.
Combine the 2?
You can't combine diets.
He's out of his mind.
How great would that be, to combine diets?
That'd be great. And then you'll lose weight twice as fast. I think that's his thought process.
Just combine
2 diets twice as fast.
Just combine the desserts.
The good parts of both. Right.
Before I start getting all these nasty tweets, okay, at my Twitter, by the way, is Dr. Ian Smith. So before you start tweeting me, O&A fans, all nasty stuff, I come here in love and peace.
Of course.
So I don't come with an attitude. I'm trying to help these guys lose weight. I'm Super Shred. A lot of you guys are taking the challenge at home now. That all being said, let's get down to the dirty.
Can I point out why Dr. Ian Smith is a master of promotion?
Yeah.
Because he said, listen, if you're going to trash me on Dr. Ian Smith at Twitter.com, and look, if you want to bash the Shred Diet at Shred.com, that's up to you. Oh, that was very, very smooth.
Oh, that's beautiful.
As a plug for myself, I bow.
This is good.
Why don't we start with this? Roland, why aren't you eating the popcorn that you bitched about that wasn't sent pronto?
Because I hear corn is bad for you. Dr. Oz and Vinnie Torres said corn.
What?
They go, we feed pigs corn. They get fat, so don't eat corn. So I was like, oh, no corn.
They also don't exercise.
Yeah,
popcorn is a whole grain. That means all of the kernel is in existence. It's one of the healthiest things you can eat.
For you too.
What?
They say grains are bad.
But you can't live without grains. What are you talking about? And first of all, if that's the case, why do you bash me on the radio in front of all these people?
Right. That's right.
When you say you didn't send the popcorn or the blender, I told you first of all the blender is not out yet.
Where are we at? Where are we at with the blender?
It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. It's going to be on air this weekend. But then I tell my guys, send
an
these
episode
guys
of How It's Made.
Yeah, right. DIY.
Yeah.
So, but then I said to my guys, listen, send O and A the shred popcorn. These guys want it. Don't make me look bad. And I come in and I got
there it is.
Boxes stacked like the freaking Eiffel Tower.
I enjoy free things a lot.
But when did this come?
The day we said he was a poop ahead.
What day was that?
Friday?
Thursday? So why didn't you take some home with you so you have it?
Right.
And,
good snack.
And use it?
Dr. Ian Smith, I'll be bringing a lot of that home.
It's good. I wish I would just
especially
give
the sea salt.
Sea salt's good, right?
Yeah. I just had a kettle one, but tastes exactly like kettle popcorn.
Oh, yeah.
100
No, you gotta
calories
go
for the whole
sea
bag.
salt.
I will. I'm going to look for it.
Sea salt.
Is it really only 100 calories?
100 calories per bag. Non-GMO corn, Roland. Non-GMO corn.
What does that mean?
Shit.
Non-genetically modified. That's dangerous.
That's dangerous?
That's dangerous.
I don't know.
He thinks GMO is the life-building force, and non-GMO kills you.
Like the GTO. That's what you're thinking. The GTO, like the Mustang. Right?
Yes.
So anyway, the popcorn's great. I should have given it to the people at home who really wanted it. I could have sent a case to people. But so what's the deal, Roland? I mean, come on, stop all this nonsense. We're busy. This show's busy today. What is going on? You are the plan on Super Shred or not? Yes or no? I don't want any man to answer.
No.
Oh, shit.
I'm on Vinnie Torres Fitness Confidential.
What? Why are you?
What? It's Bob Kelly's guy.
Bob Kelly sent me the audiobook, so it's easier to listen to.
And what is this diet? What does this diet consist of?
Holy shit. No corn, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
That is correct.
That's right.
No corn, what else?
No sugar.
Okay.
No wheat, like breads. And
are you allowed to eat ice cream or no? Sugar.
No. I have lactose, so I don't eat ice cream.
Are you allowed to eat?
You have lactose intolerance, you mean?
Yeah.
Right. You don't have lactose.
Have lactose. Yeah.
Okay, but Roland,
I didn't know the medical term.
Okay,
it's the GMO deficiency.
Good. Okay, fine. Well, you know what? If you want to go on this program where you got to eat like a freaking rabbit, eat like a rabbit.
Oh no, you can eat steak. You can eat turkey. You can eat a lot of good things. It's delicious. I had steak. I had
I'm flabbergasted here.
Like I said, why does Dr. Ian Smith do our show?
I know.
Why would you
buffalo
do
chicken.
This?
All right, Roland.
See, I don't like diets like that. I don't trust a man. Where you can eat almost like where you can eat too good buffalo chicken.
Yeah.
No diet should let you eat buffalo chicken.
But it was baked.
Oh.
It was baked. Just a chicken with buffalo sauce on top.
With the skin on or off?
Oh, no skin.
Oh, okay.
Smart.
Right,
on a salad with oil and vinegar.
A lot of calories in that skin, right?
You know what? Yeah, right.
I know that.
About 40% of it. Okay, listen, I don't really care. If you want to go on the Manchachuga diet, I can care less. But that being said, you made a conscious decision. The deal was $500 whoever lost the most weight, right? Would you be willing, since you're so confident in your plan, in this Vinny, I can't even pronounce this thing.
Torturish.
Yeah, okay. Would you be confident then and going head-to-head with Erock? Because there are a lot of people on O&A who are Team Erock, so hashtag Team Erock. Go head-to-head, and if you lose, you match the 500.
Oh, I can. I moved. I'm poor. That's out the window. I'll tell you right now, that shit ain't happening.
Rolling, man.
Yes.
It's called old-fashioned sack, kid. Have some sack, man.
I could have a sack, but I have no dólares, muchachitos.
How do you not love Roland?
I'm paying 2 rents right now for my new apartment, my old apartment. So
oh boy,
2 rents.
So right now I paid in one day $15 grand. So
But the reason
it's a lot per day.
15 grand.
Yeah, because for
really
the
big
first, last, second,
first, last,
and then the other one's movie costs and everything.
Do you get your security deposit back from the other
60
place?
days.
Jeez, I gotta work for the show.
Did you tell them when they asked for it that you'll have it for them in 60 days? I love that.
I did, and she said, "Be in your credit reports." I was like,
yeah, oh boy.
So no, I have no $500.
Yeah, but you're supposed to win. You gave up his diet within days because I would assume
you should have my bank account. Those mind tricks won't work on me, Chachi.
How'd that work out? You get your credit thing taken care of from that?
I have to hire a lawyer to do that. So right now my money is.
Jesus, he got screwed in that Target credit card scam.
Someone took my identity, so my bank account's tighter than an asshole. So
took your identity. Whoever that was, whoever took your identity, I feel sorry for him.
Yeah.
It's like they stole that then. They're like, oh my goodness, I didn't mean to get this guy.
So the other guy's doing the shred diet.
All right, okay. You know what? Okay, fine, Roland. I mean, you know what? Erock.
Erock.
Oh boy.
Erock's been sitting here very quietly.
He's been making your soups and smoothies.
And Erock, I got to tell you, before you get on the mic, I got to tell you something. I get a lot of tweets every day, and the common hashtag. No offense, Roland. This is before it was disclosed that you wimped. The common hashtag is Team Erock.
Team
You got
Erock.
a lot of fans out there, man.
Thank you all.
Oh wow.
But this has not been enjoyable in the least.
Oh shit! What happened?
I've been doing it, but this is look.
You look smaller too, by the way.
The diet is just fucked up.
Oh really?
It really is, and to the point where whatever this diet is now, you're constantly shitting, just constantly.
Wow.
Because you're eating real food.
Real food, real fiber.
Real food goes through you, right?
Yeah, good. It's fiber. It's good fiber.
So what's up?
He walks around with meat sweats, trying to force it, to get it going so he could go take a dump.
Yeah.
I haven't stopped. I went 4 times.
Wow.
Today.
But that's because you're eating real shit.
Cleaning his system out.
That's what people do.
Since 10:30 has been nonstop.
That's a cleanse.
You have a colon like John Wayne.
Yeah.
Fucking just get rid of all that extra meat.
Yes.
But Erock, now let's be honest. Even though Erock is kind of like, back and forth, he kind of like leaves me sometimes, but I'm still faithful to the guy.
Oh.
He showed me his stuff in there. It's pretty good. You cooked the broccoli, what did you cook?
The broccoli cheddar soup.
Right. You had your carrots. You had
carrots
your
and
guacamole.
Guacamole I made. And
nice little it was real professional.
Portioned out.
Yeah, it was nice.
You're all in
I
now?
have a photo up on my Instagram I posted last week of my fridge. I don't even recognize it.
Oh, man.
I miss my friend.
You miss your friend, the fridge.
You know how happy your fridge must be right now?
Oh, man.
How many years has it been that you've eaten this well? Be honest.
Yeah.
10?
When was the last diet?
Oh, wow.
2007.
Are you still drinking that cancer water?
No.
That's that additive? Yeah. Terrible.
Tasty water.
All chemicals.
And tomorrow's a month without soda. So.
Wow.
Okay, I give up. That's called an NSV, a non-scale victory, so I give it up to you.
Yeah, that was difficult because that involved a lot of headaches. When I stopped that, my head was killing me for 3 days, and then all of a sudden it went away, and there's no craving for it anymore.
That's great.
So wait, 28. We're 2 weeks out. We're 2 weeks out. I was here on the 14th.
Was it the 14th? So
14th and 15th I was here.
So we're halfway.
We're halfway there.
Wow.
We're halfway there.
Where's the scale, guys?
Roland's
there we
stepping
go.
on
Okay, hold on. Before you step on the scale, I got the old pictures. Because I know in this place I got to have documentation.
Oh, yeah. Everyone's willing to cheat and lie.
I mean, really, I got to figure. My lawyers come with me next time. Okay, Erock, you stepped on at 247.8. All right, hold on. Roland, you stepped on
336.
Well, 336.4. Good memory, Jim. Okay, so go ahead, Roland. Let me take a picture of this again.
Roland, not using your diet.
Yeah.
Roland's on the scale. Taking a picture. Oh. Dr. Ian is...
Jeez. Well.
Dr. Ian is...
he's giving you some...
He's giving you some fucking...
Good old Vinny Testaverde, whoever you're on. So
I give the Erock the old D and the A.
So Roland is down to 320.
Oh.
So he's lost 16 pounds. 320. Be careful, though, guys.
And I had steak. What's up?
Roland, be careful. We do this on Fit Club all the time. You start off at 3:30, my friend. 3:36. Be careful. So you're 16.
I will for barbecue sauce. What's up?
Okay.
I don't know what sugar.
All right, come on, Team Erock.
Here goes Erock.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Erock looks thinner.
He does, right?
Yeah, he does. Shit all this morning. That's 5 pounds.
Erock your shit before you even got here, right?
Yeah. Good.
All right.
All right. Taking the picture of the scale.
Uh-oh. I can't read Dr. Ian Smith.
I know, I can't either.
I can read Dr. Ian Smith. That was an uncomfortable throat clear. You don't need to be a master of body language to know what means.
Erock is down to 237. And he started, what I said, 247?
Yes. He's lost 10.
So that's 10.
Okay. That's
now
still good.
guess what?
The challenge is also based on percentage.
That's what you're ready to do. That's exactly right.
Right. See, now this is an issue here. So
Oh,
I have
no.
to protest this.
Wait, don't protest. Dude, stop while you're
I
ahead.
think
Don't
you're
protest
okay.
yet. Just wait.
Okay.
Wait, okay, don't protest.
Wait, but I want to know what he was going to say, though. Because he says silly things.
He didn't know that the math might work out in his favor.
Right. Aw. You know percentages?
How do you do that? I can't do percentages.
You divide
I do the
by-
old-fashioned way.
Yeah.
You turn it into a decimal and then
That's right. So 10 equals what percent of 247?
I wouldn't know that.
So, well, there's
24.7.
There's the there's the crude way of doing it, right?
Yeah.
So 10% of 247 is 24.
Yes.
And so he lost 10 pounds, so about half of that. So he lost about 5%. That's the crude way of doing it.
Okay.
Right? Here, 10% of 336 is 33.
Yes.
Right? He lost about 16, so he lost that. So they're just about neck and neck.
Oh.
Really?
They're neck and neck right now.
Oh, because half of 33 is about 16.5.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
All
So
right.
they're about neck and neck right now, which is good, by the way. 2 different diets.
Yeah.
Vinny Testaverde versus the Super Shred.
Yeah.
but sorry. Where's Vinny Testaverde? I'm just crushing this guy today. So you guys, you're neck and neck. By the way, you're neck and neck, and I have extreme confidence that
ironic
in the long
because you can't
run,
even
because
see their
Roland,
necks.
you start off at 336, you lose a lot of
chin.
water weight, my friend, which is good. But the first 2 weeks, a lot of water weight.
Water weight.
Uh-oh. Roland's...
According to Mr. Vinny Torche, it's not water weight, my friend. It's my fat weight. So I say no.
What is that? So weird. According to Vinny Torche.
I love this. I really I can't get this anywhere else.
No.
I literally don't know the first 3 letters of Vinny's last name.
Torche or Torche. Confidential.
There's a Vinny out there right now crying.
Yeah.
Can't get his last name
Can't get his plug.
Just butchered it. Just butchered the King's English.
Bob Kelly knows it.
All right, so what do you guys think? I mean...
Wait, what was Erock going to say?
Yeah.
Before he stopped.
What were you going to say? What math blunder were you going to make?
It wasn't a.
What's your
based on the
T-bone of
numbers.
contention?
It was based on the fact that
Yes.
this whole thing started with Ian's diet and Ian's money, as was stated earlier.
Sure.
But Roland does not follow anything that Ian has put out or Ian's challenge or anything. Now, if it was a challenge just to lose weight, that's one thing. But this was all based on Ian's book.
You know what?
He complained about the popcorn. He complained about the blender.
That's a good point. Yes.
And Ian's money is up here not to fund, Vinny Testaverde's diet. And I hate that I'm defending Ian on this, but this is the rules.
Yeah, Erock doesn't even want to defend Ian.
Get the fuck out of here, and hasn't.
So he could just eat like a grapefruit every day.
He could starve
and lose
himself.
a bunch of weight, starve himself just to win the bet.
You're actually trying to do it,
and you're
actually trying to do it the right way, where maybe your eating habits change in the end.
Yeah.
Got it.
All right.
Well, I'm going to address that because I'm going to be a fair guy. Because last time I was here, live in person, Erock said that I go on all these big TV shows and I show compassion for these guys and I ban it. So I'm a new Dr. Ian now. Okay. So here's
Your audio book off.
I'm sorry, Vinny was talking. Apologies. Vinny, don't interrupt Dr. Ian.
Tell Vinny the Jets need him.
Wait, is that actually Vinny?
Yeah.
You're calling him?
No, that I could, but it's a Tortorich.
What is it?
Exactly. It's his audio book.
It's audio book.
Oh my God!
Hey, have you talked to Vinny?
Yes.
It's on iTunes.
It's on iTunes and Amazon.com.
Good for you.
Let's get him up there, people.
Oh my God!
Back to you.
Back to you. So anyway, I think, addressing Erock's concerns. Erock, you make a valid point, guys, right? So I think let's morph this a little bit. Yeah. Can we? So what I'd like to do is, Erock, you don't have the competition with him anymore because he's off the Super Shred, right?
He never started it.
Okay.
That's correct.
Okay, so why don't we do this, Erock? See if this is fair. I want to do something that you agree with.
Okay.
In my face, so when I leave here, you guys don't talk a whole bunch of stuff about me. Do you agree do you think you can reach 20 in 4 weeks? The book says 4 weeks, 20 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think you can reach that?
I think I can reach 20.
Okay. Okay.
That's right. 2 weeks to go.
All right, so how
He's
about
halfway
this?
there.
You're halfway there. You're 10
So
pounds
got
in
to
2
keep
weeks.
it up.
So how about we just give you the 5 bills?
Okay.
If you reach 20.
Whoa.
All right.
And 5 from Opie,
and 5 from Opie. Opie's matching the 5.
And 1 from Dr. Steve.
Oh, you got in on that?
That's $1,100 for Erock.
What? Who's Dr. Steve?
Dr. Steve.
Exactly.
I don't know.
He does weird medicine on our channel.
Yeah. We don't really know.
He pitched in $100.
Believe me, no diet plan there unless you consider the dwindling geriatric on a bed.
He has stock in a toe tag company.
Yeah.
He's the king. He's the king of weight loss as a doctor.
Yes, exactly. He does palliative care. And,
he's the king.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, he works at a hospice.
He's a ghoul, so he sees a lot of weight loss.
Yeah, he's never sent the same Christmas card 2 years in a row.
I just want to point out that Sam's a fucking rat, by the way.
Yeah, dude, I forgot you were in. I totally forgot you said that.
You're a rat.
You did sell him
That'll
out real
bite you.
fast.
That's going to bite you in the ass eventually. What a rat.
I forgot.
What a fucking rat.
I forgot, too.
Just here to keep the records.
Keep the records.
Keep it fair.
We keep it fair, right? Hey, listen, guys, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't really give a flying, what Roland does. I mean, Roland, you are...
Oh, man, Roland.
Roland, you are like...
I will lose more weight than Eric, and I'll prove that his diet is better.
Whoa!
Keep the money.
Oh, geez.
Keep the money, and I'll prove Vinny will...
Now you're getting personal.
Yep.
Now you're making it personal.
This is his bread and butter right there.
So.
Erock, we got to go now. Yo, listen, everyone listening, you got to join Team Erock. Now we just
join all you want, but I'll lose more weight.
Well,
Jesus Christ!
Whoa! You're gonna lose
I'm
more.
gonna drink your milkshake.
Wait, you're gonna lose more weight because you're 100 pounds more than Erock.
Yeah.
So yeah, you are gonna lose more absolute weight, but you will not lose more weight relative to your body weight.
Oh man.
I will.
Well then, Roland, come on, man. Put your money where your mouth is.
I don't have the money. If not, I would put it where it's
Exactly. He's afraid he'd eat it.
Okay, here's the deal.
Part of the Vinny testimony diet.
If you lose, you got to run naked. From 48th to 49th up 6th Avenue.
That's right.
I'll get arrested. No, thank
Tidy
you.
Whities then. Tidy Whities.
Tidy Whities rules.
Yeah, the cowboy does in Times Square, right?
Absolutely.
I wear short shorts, but not...
No.
Short. If you lose Tidy Whities from 48th to 49th Street, make a deal, Roland. You say, don't have money. That's something you can do.
I want to go in my underwear.
Nobody wants you to.
Come on, you said wear shorts.
Hey, Dr. Ian Smith, someone did the math and said you might be off a little bit. Larry in Kentucky. Larry.
Hey, Larry.
Good morning, folks, and Mr. Ian Smith. It's very nice to talk with you. Roland is at 4.76% of body weight.
Okay.
And Eric is at 4.05% of body weight.
Okay,
you said about 5.
It's about 5. Just doing it rough. I didn't use a calculator, did I, guys? I was just.
No, it's very crude, as he said on a piece of white
Roland's
paper.
technically in the lead, is what.
Roland's in the lead by 0.71.
And he's drinking milkshakes. He wants everyone to know that. Oh yeah, right, Roland.
There will be blood. What's up?
Yeah.
What's the caller's name again?
Blood. What's up?
Larry. Hey, Larry. Larry, thanks for that calculation. You're right.
Exactly.
I was just doing it rough. Okay.
According to at least
problem,
Vinny.
Sir. I'm just kind of a prick. Just ask Opie.
No, that's.
I called him a prick a mere 10 minutes ago.
Oh,
On something else. So.
Yes.
Sorry, Larry.
If you want to know the name of Roland's diet, it's the capital of Chechnya. That's the guy's last name. Fucking 9 vowels in a row.
I still don't know. I still don't know his last name.
I don't either. I literally couldn't know.
I think it's
the first letter.
tertiary or something. Tertiary. Greg in Philly. Greg,
how you doing?
You're a Dr. Ian success story.
Yeah, I really changed a lot of stuff because of him, and I've lost 30 pounds so far, but I'm a very heavy guy. So.
How heavy are you?
30 pounds in how long?
Well, since it came in on I think it was the 15th.
Oh, you've lost 30 pounds in 2 weeks? That's great.
Yeah, I stopped drinking and no carbs, and then I'm doing my angioderm.
That's great. But why are you downplaying that? That's in 2 weeks, 30 pounds is ridiculous.
He weighs 880 pounds.
Yeah, it might be it.
Now, how much you weigh?
Well, my start weight was 373.
Right.
Okay.
343.
Well, yeah. All right.
And my I have proof on my Twitter that I just made last night was at Super Shred Me.
So, yeah, I saw your picture actually.
Thank you.
There it is, right there. Here's the guy.
He's lost 30 pounds already.
Yeah.
In 2 weeks. That's great.
Yeah, I got your picture up.
You want to run in the underwear in Times Square, sir?
The worst part about going to the gym is my fat tits on the elliptical.
No, wow. Nobody minds a fat guy in the gym, though. Everybody respects a fat guy in the gym. When you're in the gym and you see a guy who's really gigantic, everybody respects that guy because he's there.
On his picture that he posted on Twitter, right under his tits, under the one tit he wrote slob, and under the other tit he wrote O.
Ah, that's nice.
Yeah, I'm trying. I'm going to the gym every day and following it and working hard.
That's great.
Jesus, Greg, good for you.
Good, man.
30 pounds in 2 weeks.
Keep checking in with us, huh?
All right. All right. Yeah. Good job, buddy.
See what I mean? This guy. This guy's been killing me. This Peter guy. He says, Dr. Ian Smith, you dropped the ball on Erock Radio and Roland Spano. No follow-up, you stink. Dude, what planet are you living on? Seriously. Like, get from under the cave or the rock
that tweet.
that you live in. What do you mean I haven't followed up? You've been paying attention?
Yeah.
What, are you trying to say there's haters on Twitter? That's crazy.
Boy.
What the freak?
Someone told me I should die, so, what's up?
Why are you in town, Dr. Ian Smith? Super Bowl?
I got to do, that's next week. With Stray, actually. Stray may actually, knock on wood, I shouldn't do this, but get into the hall after they screwed him last year.
Really?
So he's up for, the way it works, didn't know this, so the way it works is on Saturday, they call all of the inductees and let them know. So we have a dinner scheduled. I'm going to go to dinner with him and his girl, and hopefully it's going to be a celebration.
Oh, right. God, it might not be. It could be either way.
It could be kind of ooky. So,
are you here all week?
No. I'm doing Rachel Ray a little later. Then I fly to L.A. to do the doctors. And then I come back on Saturday to hopefully go to a celebration dinner. I'm doing one Super Bowl party. That's it. DirecTV. And
by the way, how sexy is Rachel Ray? She is really sexy in person. I've only met her once.
Really?
Dude,
I can't see it.
I couldn't either. We took a photo
Moore
together.
is a
her
big fan
vibe
of her, too.
was absolutely sexy.
She is.
I could not believe
awesome.
how attracted to her I was.
Really?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Why don't you guys ever come to the show with me?
We're never invited.
We're not invited to anything.
Jeez. Next time I come to do Rachel Ray, you guys will come to the show.
When's Rachel Ray today?
What time?
Yeah.
I'm due there at 11 o'clock. You want to come by today?
Yes. No one invites anybody.
Seriously, come
no
by
one
today.
invites us today.
This show should be called Esteem and Low Selfa.
Right. Oh, they're wearing his hat on TV. Is that fun?
Oh, there you go.
Is that fun for everybody?
Pharrell's
hat from the Grammys. Everyone's now wearing the hat.
Can I chime in? I'm kind of way off message. We'll get back to these guys, but I just want to chime in on something. This whole thing with Macklemore and apologizing. I just got to say something.
Were you listening to our show on the way in?
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Why was this guy apologizing? You won.
No, you won.
It just seemed kind of like it almost seemed. And
he's trying too hard for an image that is just not there.
Yeah.
Be yourself.
Dude, you won. I mean, it's fine. And then the whole thing, white guys can't win in rap. Why can't white guys win in rap?
Yeah.
That's like saying a black guy can't win in rock.
Right. And we've said that many times.
Yeah, like Darius Rucker. So what?
Right.
He can't win because I mean, I just
what a horrible example, by the way.
It makes no sense.
You know what I mean? What a horrible. He had a good run. But what is he doing now? Like country or something?
He's a little country. But my point is, why can't you? What is it? It's not your race about. It's your music. If people like your music, they like your music. I just this whole
leave race out of it.
This guy in CNN was like going off about how a white guy won the rap. Hello, have you checked the calendar? It's 2014.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not 1982 when only black people rapped.
And white guys have been fans of rap for many years, since way in the old days of rap. Fucking white guys like this.
Not even that. They bought more than black people.
Yeah.
They bought more rap than black people. So I just think that this whole, like, what do you... And you know what? I'm going to tell you something. Him apologizing is what makes it bad because he makes it go back because now it's like, oh, well, white people shouldn't do rap. Like, dude,
it's divisive. It really is. It should just fucking play the music. Don't apologize for it on either side, and just fucking.
If I like a song, I don't care. Who fucking did it?
Exactly.
What color they are, what race they are.
Don't matter.
I don't give a fuck.
It's just stupid. Anyway, that was my little 2 cents on how stupid it is for this guy to.
He's trying to mean something. That's all. I don't think anybody gives a shit. No one. It's groveling and insincere.
He's just embarrassing.
He's embarrassing
because it seems forced. It doesn't. It doesn't even seem that's him. Yeah.
So. All right, so what do you guys want to do? I mean, I guess I'll come back in 2 weeks. You guys come to Rachel's to meet me there or not?
No, not today.
I have a training session.
Yeah, I'm going to the gym. Look, and I had my smoothie with my your
shred emulsifier blender coming.
It's coming soon.
Yeah,
because they're knocking.
Wait.
These people are knocking on my door, Dr. Ian Smith.
Don't do it.
No.
Okay, hey guys, pull this up, Sam. Where's Sam? If you want to see the blender,
hold on, I got to apologize because this guy's calling me out. Well, I'll let him say it before you get out of here. Go ahead, Kevin. I did not know this. Make me look stupid, please. Go.
No, I'm not trying. Yeah, just I was surprised, but he won. I think he won some Grammy. I just was reading in newspapers, so I just want to let you know.
Who did?
Darius Rucker, I believe.
Oh.
He in all fairness, he did reinvent himself, and he's doing well in the country world. I tapped out. I used to kind of like some of his stuff back in the day, but
yeah, no, I just want to let you know it's no big deal.
All right, brother.
Take care, guys. Bye-bye.
You got it.
Goodbye, sir.
So this is the blender you guys be getting.
Fire.
Right?
Whoa.
The website is TryShred, TRYShred.com. And that's what it looks like. It's all computerized, so you don't have to put the timer on it. If you want a smoothie, it's already programmed time-wise.
Do you have to pour that into another cup to bring with you?
No. You can take it with you, or you can pour. If you wanted, you could take it. It has this... It has this like cyclonic activity because it makes it like all the stuff feeds down. It's pretty cool.
It looks cool.
Yeah. So anyway, you guys are gonna get him. I mean, not Roland's not gonna get one.
Oh, because of Opie, I'm getting a NutriBullet. What's it? For free. Boom. Keep your thing. I got a Ninja. I got a NutriBullet. I'm very, very happy. Thank you.
Why is he so competitive?
And
I think he didn't like hearing that he got owned last time, so he's kind of making up for it.
But I accept your invitation to Rachel Ray.
He doesn't want to hang out with you. Oh, shit.
Roland, if you think that I'm going to ruin my career by bringing you down to Rachel Ray Studios.
Somebody really fast wants to know, is diabetic, how does he cut out all the... He can't cut out all the carbs.
He can't?
So what can you do for Eric in Iowa?
Remain a fat ass, my friend. Enjoy it.
Eric, you're on with Dr. Ian Smith. You're the last call because we got to get him out of here.
Hey, guys. Hey, Ian, I'm diabetic, and, I've been trying to listen to what you've been saying, but fucking serious, got the goddamn different show on the fucking headphones, so I can't understand what's going on. But I'm diabetic. I want to know what you can do for me. I'm 6'1", and I'm 240 pounds.
240?
6'1", 240.
Okay. How are you a severely diabetic? Are you on insulin or just pills?
No, I'm type 2, but I run kind of high.
Okay, so here's the deal. Have you tried any diet whatsoever?
Oh, yeah, I'm on a diet right now. I'm on, I eat my carb choices. I eat about 45 carbs a day or a meal.
Okay, have you seen Super Shred?
No, I haven't.
You haven't? Okay, I'm going to do something I rarely do. Okay? I'm going to...
Send you some popcorn?
Holy shit, Roland.
Oh, listen to me, guy. I'm going to actually send you a copy of the book, All right, I want you to take a look at the book. You can make substitutions. Diabetics, vegans, vegetarians, everyone can do this plan because the book is very flexible, okay?
What about blender?
So, Roland, you're
Wow.
I gotta remember my professionalism here.
Right.
Yeah, I keep it together. Dude,
keep it together.
Here's the deal. Do me a favor. Send me an email, okay? I'm gonna give you my email address. You ready?
Okay.
It's Shredder Nation, SHREDDER Nation @gmail.com. What's your name again?
Eric.
Eric, you said?
Eric.
Okay, Eric, make sure you put in the subject line, Eric from O&A Show. And give me your address. I'm actually going to have my team send you a copy of Super Shred and the other book, Shred. I'm going to give you both books, okay?
All right, you're going to get 100 emails.
But that's why I told you to put into the, I'll figure it out. Where are you from?
Iowa.
Iowa. Great. Ain't gonna be a lot of addresses coming in from Iowa. All right, dude. And then I'll send it to you, and then we'll talk via email. And follow me on Twitter at Dr. Ian Smith, DRIAN Smith.
All right.
I'm going to go against these two fucking fatties. Okay?
Are these referring to those two?
Oh, yeah. No, well, Erock's good, man. Don't go on to Erock. Erock is good, man.
Yeah. And I really like your guys' show, but it really doesn't put nothing into you guys.
Yeah, it's kind of depressing. What are you going to do?
You guys
Sirius is letting us just rot here, basically.
What do you mean?
We're just rotting. It's all right.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
Exactly.
Well, no real push.
No real
promotion.
We got
events.
We got a solid guy running the channel now, so we'll see. But in general, we're just rotting.
Here's the problem with
we have all the buzz of Aftermash. Remember that show?
Hello, Larry.
Exactly. With a Hello, Larry and Sirius.
Why don't you guys do? You guys never do TV. You guys don't do media.
Oh, well, what are you going to do?
TV.
Yeah.
I do Red Eye on Fox.
I try to push I want the guys on TV. I think you guys belong on TV.
Yeah. Seriously, why do you guys do that? I'm not your agent now, but
well, you want to be?
Yeah. Like,
we're looking for one of those.
You literally couldn't do worse. You're our agent. There's no way to do worse.
Why don't you guys do TV? You already have a huge following.
They've tried to figure out a TV show for years.
Who's they?
I don't know.
All sorts of production companies. We've taken a million fucking meetings.
All the crap that's on TV right now? Are you in 1,000 channels?
Right. Yeah.
What? Okay.
Are you saying that this show should create an idea and bring it to TV?
Well,
thank you, Dr. Smith. You are correct.
They don't really want us doing TV down the hall as far as the show goes, so we'd have to do a whole different thing, which is fine. But hey, Eric, you go with Dr. Ian Smith this time?
Yeah.
Yeah. $500, I'm great.
Wow, it's all about money.
So you still don't like him?
He's come around a little bit.
Oh, my God. The guy's doing nothing but helping you.
Exactly.
And you have this, I don't know what this is.
Why? What the fuck?
Jesus.
I've known Dr. Ian Smith for a long time. We became friends after his first appearance. I don't really understand this.
I don't either.
He's a nice guy.
I don't get this at all.
You're never coming back, are you, Dr. Ian Smith?
Hey, listen, you know what? I'm an eternal optimist. The guy said he's turning a little bit, so I'll take the little turn and
wow,
and see where that goes.
I'll see where that goes. Okay. You know what I mean? But
And no regrets. You're saying everything you need to say, or you're going to wait till he leaves and then you'll have more to say. You good?
That is correct.
All right, Eric's good. Roland, you good?
Mm-hmm.
No talking behind his back. If you have something to say it here.
T-O-R-T-O-R-I-C-H. And also, the NutriBullet, I'm getting Friday, and I'll let everybody know how it is. I hear it's fantastic.
So Roland's putting nothing. He's putting nothing on the line.
No.
No,
of course not.
No.
He wouldn't even agree. He wouldn't agree to the white tidies of 6th Avenue. Nothing.
Well,
nothing.
I have skid marks on my white tidies, sir.
In the front.
From that diet you're on.
Anybody who joins Team Roland after this kind of display of just
Come join me. We'll celebrate with NutriBullet and ninjas.
Are you saying misguided belligerence, Roland's misguided belligerence?
Unbelievable. Hey, Erock, you and I are going to work out next time I come to town.
All right, poor bastard.
Guys, before I go, I got a 27-minute workout that I did. 27 minutes, that's it. No machines. Don't need a gym, just need an open space. Burn more calories than working on a treadmill for over an hour.
What are you going to tell us about it?
Yeah.
I hate going to the gym.
I know a lot of guys do. 27 minutes. It's called the Shred 27 Burn. I just shot it.
Is that going to be in a book?
No, it's a DVD.
Oh.
Put that DVD on?
When do we get that?
Yeah.
I got to be careful with what I say here because if I don't remember on time, I get trashed.
Is it like I'm pushing a new exercise. It's where you put on a headband and then you listen to Olivia Newton-John records and do jumping jacks in the field. That's my new workout.
50s calisthenics.
Yeah.
You guys will have the Shred 27 burn.
Okay.
By next Thursday.
Next Thursday.
That's impossible.
All right.
You think it's impossible?
We'll see.
They're still filming it.
No, it's done.
He's teasing, of course.
He's going to film it on his phone just so it gets here by Thursday.
Shred. The website is Shred. Before I get out of here, thanks to Jim. Yes. Shred Life. SHRED Life.com. That's where the DVD is.
Shredlife.com. Cool.
Hey, guys. Good hanging out with you guys. I'll
Absolutely.
check it.
Fun, man.
We'll see you in a couple weeks.
Yeah, no doubt.
Dr. Ian Smith. Let's get Penn Jillette in here.
Yes,
we got a very busy
Penn
day.
Is waiting outside.
Yes.
The inimitable Penn Jillette. No? Anything? There, here it comes. All right. There's Penn.
Penn Jillette, everyone. What's going on,
Penn?
buddy?
Good to see you guys.
How you doing, Penn?
I got magic questions.
Oh, okay.
I save all my magic questions for when you show up.
Well, I'm flattered.
It's not really magic, though, Opie. That's what I learned.
No, it's magic.
It's magic.
It's absolute magic.
All right.
Swindles, rip-offs.
Swindles, rip-offs.
We like to consider ourselves rip-off artistes.
We're okay.
So I put the headphones on in case
you could, in case there's a caller or something. Yeah,
you don't have to. It's up to you.
But you sound so much more intimate then.
Yeah,
it really does.
That close to the mic thing. It's like you're whispering in my ear.
Right.
What are you thinking?
Hi, Ben.
We're obsessed with Chris Angel these days.
Well, why wouldn't you be? Fellas like you.
Yes.
No, don't do that to us. We think he's a hack. And I'll tell you why. Because he's lazy with his presentation. We all know they're illusions, but he's lazy.
Well, first of all...
The steamroller one that he did.
Oh, was that terrible?
That was amazing.
Where he was going, I think it was a half mile an hour on a and the steamroller was going over him, and there was glass and stuff.
Well, steamrollers are not known for their speed.
Thank you.
Don't bust them on that.
Thank
really.
you.
The funny car steamrollers, top fuel eliminators, nitro-powered steamrollers. They're going 7 miles an hour.
But my point, he puts a towel on the side of the steamroller to protect the audience because he has to obviously cover up the shenanigans, the old switcheroo. And we're sitting there embarrassed for the guy because
there it is.
No one's buying that a steamroller is going to pop shit into the audience.
Well, the problem is he called it the steamroller manhole trick, and he kind of gave himself away.
I mean, it's...
Well, that's Johnny Thompson. He works with us. Johnny's great.
Oh.
Well.
Yeah, I think that's just...
But see, look at the towel on the side, and he needs that towel so he could do what he.
Well, that's where the shenanigans.
Thank you.
That's where the shenanigans.
And every time we see this, we always go back to you, and we go, Penn and Teller would never just have a towel hanging. They would figure out, okay, we have to modify the steamroller so it looks like that piece has always been there.
Or the fact is, I don't know if you guys noticed this, it's on fucking TV.
Right. They can do anything.
Right, sure. Yeah, it's Avatar. Do whatever you want.
It's not even going a half a mile an hour, but the towel is there for the audience's protection.
You're burying your lead. The lead is you got this genius idea, which is really fast steamrollers. Never mind Chris Angel, right?
That would be great.
If there was a show on TV,
drag racing steamrollers.
O&A's drag steamrollers. Right. How much would you pay to see a steamroller go 90?
And see a steamroller like peel out?
Yeah.
Smoke show with a steamroller, just sparks flying out?
Yeah.
That'd be great.
But the towel on the side, because he's got to hide behind that. Everyone knows.
Weld a piece of steel and paint it the
That's
same
what Penn
color
and
as
Teller would do. They would modify the steamroller with maybe some kind of logo. Like, look, the logo had to be there.
You could do a trick. You could also do a trick.
Yes.
But the one that we've really been obsessed with, and it went a little viral for us, I must say.
Good.
Because we watched the episode and we commented about it, and then we put the video online, was the Shaq balloon. But we're not sure it is actually a balloon.
He levitated
and that's why
Shaq.
we have to ask you.
He levitated Shaq over his house. And we were convinced they just made a balloon out of Shaq and put helium in it.
Have you ever heard of these guys making a balloon, an actual balloon of a person? Or is it just green screen?
Here's our basic problem.
Yes.
Okay, and I guess we should cut to
just take a peek to
the absolute chase here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nobody that I know personally, outside of this room, has ever watched a moment of a Chris Angel special. I mean that, actually, you are absolutely blindsiding me. It's like you're saying you've changed the diet on me.
Fair enough.
It's exactly, because, it's not the kind of thing, I guess what you think is I'm sitting around all the time going, Teller, come here. The new Chris Angel special's on. Let's watch it. Maybe we can figure out why he's got a towel there. It never crosses.
See, I think they're holding down a balloon.
You think that's a balloon
all
of
I'm saying is this shit, so I'm trying to, I just want you to tell us what this is.
On a string?
We think it's a balloon.
Is that Carrot Top that's there?
Yeah,
it's at Carrot Top's house.
He's hanging out. Oh, it's
that's
Carrot
his
Top's
house.
I think it's real.
You think that's just Shaq?
Watch the balloon. He gets lazy and he picked the wrong cut because when it goes over the roof, you see the thing, the wobbles.
I think it just wobbles a little like a...
Yeah,
Or is it the crane?
Right
is it the crane with the cables and the bright sky?
I can tell you, as an expert, I think that's a real magic event. I don't think there's any trickery whatsoever.
Why am I asking him? I knew he wasn't going to answer.
I think he's correctly. Magic. I got to tell you that I think that a Shaq balloon would accomplish everything you see there.
It would.
I'm not saying it's the way it's done,
but it would.
I'm just saying it's the way it should be done.
Can I ask you if you guys were going to do something like that over a house?
I'd kill myself. If we were going to do one moment that would look like this, I would be sucking a gun so fucking fast. Now, coming up, Opie and Anthony are going to watch Penn and Teller do a shitty math. Bang! That'll be it. And then you'll be on the show going, he would have wanted us to watch this to make fun of it. That's what he would have wanted. His final wish.
Holy shit.
And then you got Flavor Flav, but he'll believe anything. So
well,
he's a good mark.
You don't have to believe. I'll tell you, we did a thing. We just an experiment. We were down doing some TV special. It wasn't very good, by the way. And we were down in the Caribbean. And I got this idea, and it worked so much better than I wanted it to that I got really, really depressed and didn't want to put it on TV.
Oh, wow.
But the gag was, we gathered a crowd of people. And I mean just a crowd of people that happened to be in the street, tourists and stuff. And we said, hi, we're Penn and Teller. We're shooting a magic special. And we're going to do the magic stuff later in another place, but we need your reactions. And then we said, so we're going to stand here and do absolutely jack shit. And we're going to get shots of you guys reacting. Okay? Now, these are not people who are desperate to get on TV for their career.
Right.
These are just guys.
Random people.
Random people. And I mean random people, like 75 of them, and a completely sample of no filter whatsoever.
Good cross-section of society.
No filter. Not a PA going out and saying, you, not you, but just come over here. People come over. And then we stand there, and Teller stands beside me, and I go, okay, I want you to all look at Teller floating up here in the air. And now he's spinning like this. And now he's spinning like this. And now he's going like this. And now he's going over like this. And now he's gone. And we put cameras on him, and they all put their heads up, and they watch it, and they turn. And then I said, now we're going to do interviews. And we sent someone out, and he said, what did you think of that? And the people were saying, and I mean without exception, people were saying, I was standing right there. Oh, my God. I've never seen anything like it. He just flipped in the air. Was that okay? Oh, I could do another one. I swear to God. Because the fact is, you are not reporting on what's happening in Afghanistan.
Right.
There is no moral issue whatsoever. I'm asking you to lie about something that doesn't fucking matter.
Right.
So they'll say to people, people say to me, well, there were those people in the audience at the Chris Angel show. Are they set up or paid? I go, why bother? Anybody will say anything.
Right.
You know what I mean? If I asked you guys, and I mean, let's speak honestly. Penn and Teller doing a special with celebrities. We're bringing in Opie and Anthony. We're gonna do this amazing.
This sounds nice.
Right, first thing we say is who canceled.
We're going to bring you guys in.
We're always good for a good cancellation.
And I'm not even doing a gag here.
Okay.
I'm not even doing a gag at all. I just want you to hypothetically think about this. We bring you into a room, and we do a couple little card tricks for you, and then we say to you after, we need a couple of cutaways.
Couple of cutaways.
And we want you to say, well, we didn't get a chance to have you shuffle the deck, Anthony, but just say you shuffled the deck and you brought the deck with you. Are you going to go, absolutely not.
I have
my integrity. I have never been so insulted in my life.
Scruples.
Cut us out of the show.
Right.
You're going to say, what the fuck?
No.
They're buddies of mine. We hang out. Who cares?
Yes,
Make it look good.
Shuffled the deck. Thoroughly. Yes.
I've never seen anything like it.
Oh, did I shuffle the shit out of those cards?
But I'll tell you, when we were in the Caribbean doing this, Teller and I did this as a really funny thing, and then we were really so depressed about it because it means we didn't have to do anything. Ever.
Right.
Ever.
Yeah, why work? Why work at it? So did it look good when you put it all together?
We cut it together a little less depressing because the problem was we'd shot a segment that undercut the whole rest of our show. You see what I mean?
Right.
Because the rest of the show we were doing stuff with an audience reaction, and it was just this weird little.
Start thinking, hey, wait a minute.
This weird little pet experiment where I said, "How much do we have to do to get reaction out of people?"
Wow.
And it turns out nothing.
Nothing.
Now I don't know if you could do it without a TV camera, because the TV cameras are kind of the magic.
Right. True,
And then you say we're shooting an NBC special.
Oh.
It's going to be on in the fall. If we get good reactions from you people, you'll be on TV.
Yeah, because everyone's thinking, "Oh my God."
Right. Was that okay? Should I do another one?
Because they want to be on TV in the end.
Well, they want to be on TV, but also that even that's a little bit too cynical. They're in the Caribbean. They want to have a good time.
Right.
The real question is not something unpleasant and cynical like I want to get famous, I want to get on TV. It's it's the afternoon, we're fucking around, who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
You have to remember that when the answer is who gives a fuck. So you show up at a Chris Angel shoot, there's a guy there who does a lot of sit-ups he can't draw an anarchy symbol, you know what I mean? And he's there with his baseball hat,
Sure.
and there's Flava Flav and Carrot Top, and you're gathered around there, and they go, we're going to float Shack in the air. You go, far out. Great. Yeah.
Very cool.
This
will
be fun.
Sure. It's show business.
And then you also are going, you're looking up there going, this will probably look okay on TV.
You look around the sky, like, I think Shaq would be floating around here by now.
I bet they cut that big crane out. I bet they keep that out of the picture. Sure, it's going to look great.
You guys didn't do the reveal on the audience thing, though?
We did.
At the end, you said this is what they really were reacted to?
No, we didn't even do it at the end. We did it as absolutely honestly and unpleasantly as you could do. We shot me saying all the stuff. We shot me with the audience behind me going, awesome. And now he's doing like this, and now he's doing that. It's a pretty funny clip. And I'm just standing there, and it's just so fucking naked. It's just completely naked. And when you watch the cut we gave you, there's just no doubt in your mind that every show you'll ever see on TV is bullshit. There's not even, you could put out all conspiracy, all cynicism, nothing. Just picture you and your friends fucking around on an afternoon in the Caribbean.
Right.
They go, hey, come over here. You got drinks in your hands. You've been laughing your ass off all morning. There's two dipshits that you might have seen once on TV. You know what I mean? And one of you guys heard a joke he did once and kind of liked him. So you go, hey, look at he's over here, man. Shooting the magic show. I've seen those. What are those like? And you and your friends gather around. You see the show. You have done absolutely nothing immoral. You have done nothing wrong. You've had a good time. Then you go and watch it on TV. And unless the people that are doing it are actual sons of bitches and then show themselves doing nothing.
Right.
The chances of getting fucked that way, just about zero. And, we better not do big reactions because these fucks might shoot the angle of us seeing nothing. No, that's not going to happen. You don't protect yourself against that.
Right.
You sign the release. You don't think they're going to actually show me asking you, just lie your ass off. And you're going, okay.
Oh, you rule. rule.
It's
God, you rule.
Yeah, and the way it's presented when the show actually is playing, it's very serious.
Yeah.
Like they're all having fun. It's like, yeah, just fucking say that you saw this and it's great and you had a good time. But then the ominous music is being played.
The angles.
And he's very, like,
But
stoic.
people, you have to remember, it was like when Clinton was running for his first term. They talked about how, like the MTV Town Hall, he was comfortable with the microphone, and the older guys weren't, but he really knew how to. Well, the fact of the matter is, yes, he did, but so did every other single person in the United States of America. If someone's house is on fire, and they run out after watching their dog catch fire and die, and a television camera goes out, they know how to give you the exact soundbite that'll be used everywhere. We've just all learned that. We've all learned that. So that means when when I call you up in the Caribbean, you got your drink in your hand, you're there, you're there with your squeeze, having a good time. Let's go over here, and I tell you, we're going to be have a steamroller over here that's going to be going 90 miles an hour. It's going to be running over me in a scarecrow outfit, and you go, there'll be a towel on the side, and you go, oh, okay. Instantly, you remember every TV shot you ever saw, and said, what is an Italian guy with a baseball hat? What's his job going to be? Oh yeah, I'm the guy supposed to go. Oh shit!
Right. Oh shit! Look at that. That's, know
exactly. And when they go over to the heavy set African American woman, she's supposed to cry.
Yeah.
Each person, and you've learned that. You've learned that since you were a child, from every time you've watched CNN. And every time you watch Chris Angel, they're teaching you how to do the next Chris Angel show. You know how to react, because you're going to be on TV, and you're going to have a good time.
We got a phone call coming in. I got to take Kirk in Houston.
Great.
Go ahead, Kirk.
Hey, guys, when Trey Atkins is on the show tomorrow, you're going to side with him that the magic is 100% real.
You bastard.
But so you do understand my point.
Completely. Absolutely.
Now, take everything I just told you and add to that these are B-level celebrities who desperately want to be on TV.
Yeah.
That ratchets it up a little bit.
It really is.
But he still has to get the Shaq balloon in the air.
Well,
didn't matter.
Yeah.
All cuts and.
No, I know all the cuts and stuff. But
it just amazes me that people put such credence in it because it's on TV.
Just grasping.
Yeah.
No, because
Daddy, isn't some magic real?
No.
Isn't it possible?
No, I'm coming from a different.
You're just saying, isn't it possible that maybe you never heard of him, but Peter Pan somewhere could actually somewhere really could. I mean, Dad, you never heard, but isn't it possible that in Nigeria there's Peter Pan?
Maybe.
I'm coming from a different angle. I completely understand everything you're saying, but then I get mad that he thinks that a Shaq balloon is good enough to fucking float in the air.
Yeah.
And it moves like a balloon, and we're all supposed to go, oh, but that's, not a balloon.
The thing is,
I like trying to figure out shit. That's
you're
all.
not supposed to be watching it.
Good point. Good point.
It's not for you.
Good point.
They looked at the demographics and said, "Will anybody be watching this with the brain of their fucking head?" No, we're fine.
Okay,
we're safe. But what if, like that guy from O&A, nah, probably not.
They wouldn't be
He'd
watching.
have to be really real insomnia or something.
There's got to be nothing on at all. Not even on demand.
Some brains are going to be watching. We better up our budget a little bit.
That's
our
great.
special effects budget.
And you guys.
No. If someone with brains is going to be watching, we'll hire someone else.
Nice. Hey, John in North Carolina wants you to talk about the most expensive card trick you ever did in the 90s. Is this a real story?
Yeah. I think it's okay. We were, it's the way we almost got Saturday Night Live shut down. They almost turned it down for being live. We got this idea, which I thought was really funny. All my stories of nightmares start with, I got this idea I thought was really funny. You got a couple of those, too, don't you?
Plus us a few years on the radio. Yes, we do. We do have a few of those.
So the idea was that we wanted to do, I'll talk about it philosophically for a moment. Our idea was that the new magic was computers. And that people believed computers could do anything.
Right.
So, whereas in the 17th century you'd say, I'm in league with the dark arts. In the 20th century, the late 20th century, you'd say, we have a computer that can do this. So the idea was we were going to do a card trick that would cost $300,000. And it would involve this very simple thing where I would take a fan of cards, fan them out. The TV camera would throw the picture of the fan. Take the cards, shuffle them up, hand them to somebody, they pick one card. And then I fan the cards to the camera. The camera takes it. The computer looks instantly at all the faces, figures out which one is missing, takes that card, throws it to the Jumbotron in Times Square, and puts the picture up in Times Square on the Jumbotron over the guy's head. And then I say, you pick the 7 of diamonds. Well, at that point, and even now, a computer couldn't look at all the faces and recognize them. Also, excuse me, you have to do a perfect fan.
Right.
And doing a perfect fan is not that easy.
You'd have to expose every
I'm not saying no one can do it. I'm saying I can't do it. So the idea was there was no trick. We were telling people how it was done, but we were doing it a different way. We went out to pre-tape it. We got someone on the street and said, listen, we're going to have you go over there and buy a deck of cards. This is the deck of cards you're going to buy. And then you bring it over to me, and you open it up, and I'll say to you, where you're from, and you'll say Brooklyn, and I'll say, have I ever talked to you before? And you'll say no.
Say no.
And then I'll say you just bought the deck over there, and you'd say, I swear. And then, probably swear in your children's eyes, I'm thinking. And then you give them a shuffle, and then you pick a card, but the cards are all the same, so you're going to pick the 7 of diamonds. We already know that. And then you look at it, don't let anybody see it. And then put the card back in, and there's a guy who you're not going to see because the camera's moving around, who's crawling around between my legs. And when I drop my hands down, he's going to take the cards that are all the same out of my hand and put in a glued together fan that's perfect. And he's going to show it up there, and then we're going to spend 3 days in post doing a fake computer graphic that goes through and goes
right,
and picks every card and pulls that one out. And then it's going to be up on the Jumbotron, and then I'm going to look up there and go, your card's a 7 of diamonds, and you go, oh my God, that's amazing, I can't believe it. And your girlfriend looks up and points, and by then it'll say, nicely done, Rob, whatever the guy's name was. That's the gag. So we go out, we pitch it to Lauren, right? And we go out, and he says, yeah, you can do it. So we go out, and we shoot the whole thing. It's a full whole night shoot there, working the whole thing out, And the gag is that Teller is back in the studio running the computers. He's doing the screen capture and doing the whole thing down there. So we get the whole thing shot. It looks fucking great. And we show it to Lauren, and Lauren says it's really, really wonderful. And then on the night of the show, all I have to do is at the beginning of the show, put on a jacket, walk out of the studio, and then go sit in the green room, put my feet up, and we roll the tape. And then Teller is on stage, actually live, going and touching keyboards that don't do anything. That isn't and the stuff's popping up in the world's most expensive card trick. And everybody goes, man, this is great. This is fabulous. And, of course, there's no real lie involved. We're telling you it's a fake card trick, just we're doing it a different fake way.
Right, sure.
And it's a funny trick. We're doing the whole gag and saying we're spending, hundreds of thousands of dollars to fool this one guy in Times Square. The whole premise is there and everything else. So we do the rehearsal, and the FCC guy comes over and goes, your Chiron says live in Times Square, and we've already recorded this. As a matter of fact, you have the Chiron that says live on the pre-recording thing.
Pre-recording.
And I go, yeah, it's a gag. And he goes, yeah, but we can't use the live Chiron. And
even for a comedy show?
You can't throw it to live out in the streets.
Why?
And Lauren says, fuck you. We're just going to do it, right? And the guy comes over and goes, no, we're getting serious. And all of a sudden, it's one of those things that escalates. And you've watched it happen. I know you have. Where all of a sudden, everyone's got their dicks out. Right. See whose dick has been there. And a moment ago, it was just discussing this little goofy piece of videotape. But now, it's like, who has more power, the FCC or NBC? And it escalates. And Teller and I are there while this whole macho thing is happening, going, listen, we just want to show can we just show the
goofy
and then I'm saying
trick.
stuff like, let's just pull the Chiron out and let people assume it's live. And when I say assume it's live, the FCC guy goes, exactly my point. It's Saturday Night Live. They will assume it's live. And I'm going, so we can't even take the Chiron off now? And Lauren's going, we're not taking no Chiron off. And I go, well, no, we could just pull that. Could we just? And he goes, we're cutting the whole segment. And Lauren goes, no, we're not cutting it. And then they started going stuff like, well, can you actually go out to Times Square and do it? And I'm going, no, of course not. I'm not magic. See, the computer stuff we're showing doesn't really work. Tell us just the keyboards aren't even hooked up. We can't. No, we can't. They go, okay, we'll just go out and do the trick live. I go, no, we're not.
Yeah,
we're not going to go out and do it live. We don't. There's no trick.
There's no real trick, you dummy.
So it turns into this whole thing where the FCC guy says to me, if you walk out the studio with that coat on and that piece of tape goes, NBC is going dark. I'll just pull the plug on it. And Lauren's going, they won't do that.
Wow.
And I go, if they do that, I'm going to get really yelled at. I mean, I just know somehow it's going to be my fault, right? You know what I mean? Penn and Teller shut down NBC. We are going to be reprimanded. There's just no way around it. You guys have experience that if you shut down a network, someone's going to yell at you.
Yeah, of course.
So we go to the host of the show, I think it was Matthew Broderick or somebody, and I wrote this thing and it said using computer technology, digital access, high speed, pre-recorded tape, a whole list of things. And I say to the guy, I'm sorry, I can't remember who the host was, but I say to him, see this thing where it says pre-recorded tape? You have to say that clearly so the FCC guy hears it and no one else in the country does. That's your job during the introduction. You have to make that. This guy's got his whole dick on the line for you saying that. But we have to make sure America doesn't care. And man, the intro is great. The intro, he just goes, and using incredible computer technology and graphics, pre-recorded tape, and going out on Times Square. Here he is. I leave with the coat. Here he is now from Times Square. And it comes up live, and we're going, we said pre-recorded tape, it'll be okay. And they let us do it. And the FCC guy was still pissed as we're going. It's brinksmanship, right?
Yeah.
And he goes, if he doesn't say pre-recorded tape, we're just pulling the plug at NBC. So he went out and did the trick. Of course, now I think you'd be able to do it. I think a computer would be able to, if you didn't have Sasquatch with fucking lobster claws trying to do a fan in 20-degree weather on the code so that every index shows.
True.
You have to be able to do that.
Yeah.
Oh, he's found it. You got it right there.
Wow.
Wait, I got to hear it.
What's that?
Steve Gutenberg.
It's Steve Gutenberg. Steve Gutenberg's introduction.
He's the guy.
Can you make? What year was this, Penn?
What's that?
What year was this?
I don't know. I got a stupid haircut. Steve
It
Gutenberg
is a
looks
while
like
ago.
someone knows him.
It was 86.
86.
Whoa, shit.
86.
He works out in our gym and no one gives a fuck.
So,
never seen him there.
So computers could really knock you to this. Yeah.
Wow.
It is so funny. You know when something's escalating and you know it's escalating? There's just no way to get the lead rod into the reactor?
You can't bring it back. No, there's going to be a meltdown.
It's always nonsense that gets in the way.
FCC, the whole theme of that is we're just annoyed at the FCC now.
Well, we've been through this.
I know you guys love the FCC, and I hate to bum your shit. I really do.
What?
Yeah. I'm just saying, guys. The FCC's probably right about everything else.
Oh, sure.
Just this one case.
No. In the end, we didn't care about the FCC. It was our own lawyers that were in our way.
Well, that's true, yeah.
We would talk to them and go, this has nothing to do with the FCC. It's going to be okay. They always got in the way of creative people, and they were the nightmares.
What is that exact sentence? This has nothing to do with the FCC. It's going to be okay?
Yeah, it's going to be fine.
Precisely what I said. 1986.
But that's what you should have been saying.
Precisely what I said backstage. This is not showing video of the Kennedy assassination.
Right. Yeah, the FCC would have laughed at that. They wouldn't have gave a shit. They wouldn't.
No, it was an FCC guy there.
But it was an FCC. Yeah. So what? They just have an FCC guy hanging out?
I don't know what was going on. You never know what the real situation is, right? All right, when you're doing every month, you're doing a bit on Saturday Night Live.
Right.
You are so out of what's actually going on. You're just a card on the wall. Penn and Teller do 6 here. Boom. Penn and Teller will do 6 there. Boom, and Lauren okays the bit, and you go on. You have no idea who they've been fighting with before that.
Well, my question is, what were the lawyers doing? Whose side were they on? Do you remember?
I couldn't even remember Steve Gutenberg.
All right, fair enough. Now let's see how this plays out. I actually want to see the whole bit now.
Are you rolling?
Combined pre-recorded elements, graphics, and computer data, and created the world's most expensive card trick. Ladies and gentlemen, Penn and Teller.
Pre-recorded elements.
We are Penn and Teller. My name is Penn Jillette.
Wow.
I am live and freezing in Times Square. Although we've had a little break in the weather here, we're in Times Square, Manhattan, New York City, and my partner Teller is live in Studio 8H, and he's toasty and warm. We're going to do the world's most expensive card trick. We're going to spend $56,000 of NBC's money to fool 2 people chosen at random. Now, Teller does all the work on this one back in the studio, and we're going to show you all the sneaky stuff. We got 2 computers with 140 megabyte hard disk drive each. We've modified the hardware of one of the computers to allow us to communicate in ASCII to the digital graphics generator of the NBC studios. We've got a direct phone line and the appropriate modems to communicate with the spectacular screen high over Times Square, and we reserve the online time in advance. I got a couple bucks to buy a deck of cards. Let's do a card trick, okay? Perfect. Joe, send them over now. Over now. Yeah. Hi. You're Billy, is that right?
Hi.
And you are Kate. I want to make clear to people at home that although we've been standing here waiting for a queue and freezing together, but I haven't set anything up with you. I haven't talked with you in advance. Is that right?
You already lost Anthony, by the way.
Okay. Now, the beauty part of this card trick is that you can use a brand new sealed deck.
Oh, this rules. Now that you explained the whole thing.
Excuse me, sir, can we have a deck of cards, please? Deck of cards? Yeah, actually, I'd rather they actually pick the deck, okay, sir? Just actually pick one.
Pick that.
Is that the deck you want right there?
That's the deck you told them to pick.
It's fucking great. Sure. It's on NBC, okay? Here's a knife for you, Kate. Let's step over here, okay? And open the deck, obviously. It was sealed when you started opening it, is that right?
Yeah.
And just open it, pull out the deck, and remove the jokers. There'll be one on the top of the deck and one on the bottom of the deck. There's 1 joker and there's 2 jokers, okay? Now, I want you to pick a card, but I want you to make sure that I don't see it and the people at home don't see it, the camera doesn't see it, none of the people
don't see they're all the same.
Choose the card when you both go into this, put it right there in Kate's pocket, and do not say the name of the card aloud because you have microphones on. Right over there, pick the card. Okay, now here comes the real tricky part for me. I have to do a perfect fan.
Now there's a guy
right underneath,
right at my dick level, crawling around with all the props.
The indexes of those 51 cards. Now this is a really tough move to do, anyways. It's hard to do quickly, and it's especially hard to do in Times Square.
God, you're selling it.
Cold. Let's love it. Let's hope I don't screw it up. They should be set. Are you guys set? Would you move back over here, please? Okay. Now you chose the card. Is that right? And you,
reaching down.
Yeah, the guy's handing me the stuff.
You actually know what the card is. Is that right?
Yeah.
And then over there. So don't Jesus.
Look at these graphics.
I actually touched the cards. I didn't have to touch them at all. I wasn't supposed to touch them at all. Now let's give the cards a shuffle, okay? Now, it's freezing.
Holy shit.
Have you seen
4 of diamonds is the missing card.
We've been on Saturday Night Live like 6 times or so. So, the card.
That's great.
Is the Four of Diamonds. Is that right? Let's show the card. Let's pull the card out where it's good. Four of Diamonds right there. Keep the rest of the deck.
What
Keep
great
the Four of Diamonds. The compliments of Penn and Teller, the cast and crew of Send That Live, NBC, and the parent company, GE. Thank you so much.
Parent company. Oh, my God. That really looks authentic, especially for '86 when people didn't know that computers could not possibly do that.
You think it's just a balloon shack?
And the Four Diamonds on the Jumbotron.
And we do a little gag, we give it away at the end.
Nice job, Kate and Bill.
Thank you. Good night.
Dude, that's 28 years ago. My God.
Jesus.
28 years ago. Good job.
What did reserving online space mean? What did that mean? Do you remember?
Means jack shit.
Oh, man,
no. What it means is reserving time for the sign.
Oh,
because that sign, that big a video thing, was a big deal in Times Square in the 80s. So it was running ads all the time.
Yeah.
So that was actually right about it. That was the real bitch. When we were out there shooting it, we had to get the people to put Four Diamonds and that stuff up there. And you know, when you want to see where the money is spent, the money is spent going from me to the sign and back down to me, and all that's in one shot, which means if we screwed it up, we got to go back and do the sign again.
Over again and
so
the sign again,
There's a guy behind me just screaming on a cell phone, no, Four, now, put the Four.
Oh, my God.
And, you know, and the poor bastard, it's really cold, and Mark Garland, who was our prop guy, the whole time I'm walking, he's between my legs, holding the fan all glued together. And the fan, we did the graphics first, so the fan was, had to fit in to the graphic.
All right.
So he had to glue each card in place.
In the right place. Holy shit.
Hold them up there.
You'd think you would do the fan first, glue it, and then do the computer graphics.
No, we did. We fanned the cards, glued it, and then did the computer graphics.
Oh, okay.
But then that fan was the hero fan.
Right.
So we had to handle it really carefully. And you see, those are two guys, they look convincing.
Yeah.
Even though there's a prop guy crawling around on the floor.
Sure.
Even though they're told which deck to pick.
Right.
Sure.
Everything's set up. And no one could possibly fan that deck like that.
150
That was like...
Perfect fan, yeah.
With all those megabytes of memory, though, you could have done anything.
Right? Wow.
Listen, give me a break. Many years ago.
Yeah.
Okay? Those were, that was real computer
Top
stuff
of the
then.
line.
Yeah. And you can see
no one
watching
even knew.
that, you'd go, I guess a computer could do that, right?
Sure.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, it's just,
That looks
just
like
kind of
computer
within the
kind of
belief.
thing.
And we work on that bit, which I'm really proud of, it all set to go. It's all set to go right there. I mean, Teller was live in the studio. He had to type and then turn around and type the other thing. That's all he had to do. I'm sitting in the green room in my coat because I had to come back with a jacket as though I'd been outside for the final waves, you know, and that's the whole thing. And then there's this, you can't claim you're live in Times Square.
Right.
It's the whole trick.
It's a comedy show.
So just go out and do the trick for real.
Yeah. It's not Brokaw saying he's, in Libya.
We've heard that shit over the years. With our homeless shopping spree. What?
Yeah.
You can't just do it in a Costco with no one there? No, it takes away from the bit we're trying to do, you dummy.
That's crazy.
Oh, my God.
That's fantastic.
Great.
That's
I love when you break
great.
shit down. What are you promoting today?
Oh, yeah.
Now that you've been here an hour, we should promote. You got to get your promotions in.
There should be one professional in this room, shouldn't there?
Right.
Well, you would think.
Someone.
We did a movie called Tim's Vermeer that opens here in New York and also in L.A.
Awesome.
It's at the Angelica and Lincoln Center theaters. Yeah,
it's near us.
And it's really good. A friend of mine, Tim Jennison, who invented the video toaster and Lightwave and did all this stuff.
Video toaster.
A genius guy. About 5 years ago, I had spent a lot of time where I hadn't talked to anyone I wasn't paid to talk to or was in my family for like months. I hadn't had a conversation with a friend. With my wife, with my children, and with professional. Nothing in between. So I called up Tim, who lived in Texas, and said, I got to talk to somebody. And he calls it, there was a desperate phone call. I remember it as being rather well measured. And of course, so he jumped on his plane, because he's essentially Tony Stark, and he flies to Vegas, and we go out, for a big hairy steak, because we're in Vegas. And I tell him, Listen, talk to me about something that has nothing to do with show business, that I can't possibly be involved with movies or TV or live, nothing. Just talk to me, like a friend. And he goes, how much you know about Vermeer? And I said, I don't know, probably the first page of Wikipedia, painter, 17th century, photorealism. He goes, I think I figured out how he did the paintings, and I'm going to build an exact copy of his room in a warehouse in Texas, and I'm going to paint a Vermeer myself. And I've never done oil painting before. I'm going to grind the lenses and make all the paints myself, and it's all this poisonous stuff from Russia that you can't get anymore. I'm going to smuggle in illegal paint and do this. And whoa, you have failed. This is not something that has nothing to do with show business. I'm making a movie. And I said, stop everything. We're getting a crew in. And then for the next 5 years, while this nut builds an exact copy of Vermeer's room, builds the harpsichord, makes the dresses, does everything, and then sitting there while he spends 10 months with this mirror set up, doing essentially a photographic process from the 17th century to paint a painting, and we got Teller to direct it. And
wait, what is a Vermeer? What makes a Vermeer different? I don't know anything about him.
When you look at most paintings, they look something like drawings. When you look at Vermeer's, and if you pull up just some of the Vermeer paintings, pull up the music lesson, Vermeer. Try for the music lesson. There is a quality where, now this is from the 17th century, it looks like you're looking at a Kodachrome slide.
Right.
I mean, look at that. It does not look like someone painted that.
Right, gotcha.
Yeah. You see that? I mean, it's just, look at the way the light is on the back wall. And everybody's always said, how could this guy be this much of a genius? And then David Hockney, the painter in England, said he thought he was using lenses. But the thing is, you can't copy something from a lens. You can't put a projection up and then paint over it, because as you paint, you actually work against yourself. If there's blue there, you put more blue on, it doesn't look right. So that doesn't work. So Tim spent a year thinking about it. He went over to Delft, he learned Dutch. I mean, we're talking about a committed guy.
That is a commitment.
We're talking about a committed guy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Right.
He started going over to Delft all the time.
Wow.
He studied this and finally figured out this elaborate arrangement of mirrors that would allow him to do this incredible painstaking process. But then he wasn't enough to just say, okay, I think this is how he did it.
He had to do it.
He wanted to do it. And he didn't think it was fair to use anything that wasn't around in the 17th century. So he ground every bit of pigment. He the lens that he used, he made himself. The mirror he used, he made himself. All using technology from the 17th century. And then he went into a room and drove himself insane. Every brushstroke on the canvas we covered, some with 9 cameras, but every one with at least 3. And then made this movie about how he painted. We went to Buckingham Palace and saw the original. He was flying all over the world. We were doing this, and then my mind was just blown by it, and I thought it'd be a great movie.
He's not an artist? I mean,
no, never painted before.
Never painted before.
Never painted before, and decided he would paint a Vermeer. So you pick the greatest painter of all time and say, I'm going to paint. Okay, so that's the painting you're looking at there, Anthony. And you just say to yourself, well, I've never painted before.
Yeah, let me do that.
That's what I'm going to do.
Where's his copy? Is it online yet or no?
His copy is
in the movie,
it's
obviously.
in the movie. It's in the movie, and we don't have them up A-B yet, because here's the problem, and this is maybe giving away a little bit of the movie, but Tim's looks too good. We're getting a scan from Buckingham Palace of the original, so they can both be the same resolution. This is very low resolution here.
Yeah.
It's all that's available is low resolution. It's photographs of it, and it's Teller directed it. I produced it. I do a little bit of narration, but mostly, we make the joke in the movie that you really are what you're doing now. People, is you're watching paint dry. I mean, the plot of the movie is a guy does a painting, but I think it's really funny and really entertaining, and it's been getting just blowjob reviews.
So he more than
blowjob. Okay.
So he more than pulled it off in the end. That's unbelievable.
I think you might like it. I think you should go see it.
I'm in. It's in my I think it's in our artsy theater over there.
Yeah, it's it's artsy. It's not not Spider-Man 4.
Anyone even think? What would make anyone even think to go like? How do you do that? like, why would you even think that? I mean, it's amazing, but why would you even think
that's what Tim is, and I think the whole story of this is that Tim's youngest daughter went away to college, and he was just like, "What am I going to do? I've invented stuff. I've made, there's."
Can we get the trailer? I want to watch the trailer.
Is the setup life size like that scene that he painted? Is set up.
He built it. He built it. He built the chair with a lathe. He got the rug.
And then somehow that is focused onto a canvas. To be traced over for the most part.
But the colors also have to be traced.
Right.
You can't just trace the shape.
Sure.
So that's
so he built
with no artistic ability as far as
he
a
built
painter.
the original set. It's like a set, basically.
Yeah, well, it's not, except it's more.
Jesus Christ!
It's a little more real than a set.
I got you.
The stuff has.
That's unbelievable. I
don't even know how this fucking.
I am so in.
I'm completely in.
Yeah, it's pretty mind blowing. And
Louie.
Hey man,
what's up, Louie?
Going?
What are you doing in town?
Louis C.K. Everyone.
What are you doing in town?
I live in New York.
Oh, that's right.
live in New York. We're talking about Penn's new movie called Tim's Vermeer. This thing is fascinating, to say the least.
A friend of mine painted a Vermeer without ever painting before, using a device.
And he made a movie.
Don't you have to be Vermeer to paint a Vermeer?
You think so, yeah. Almost by definition, it's not a Vermeer if someone else paints it. So we are using some sloppy language there, Louie, and thanks for busting us on that.
Hence Tim's Vermeer.
Tim's Vermeer. A Van Halen song last night.
Louis Van Halen.
Louis Van Halen. Louis Halen.
Yeah, you're really supposed to be Vermeer to paint.
Hey, you know what I'm addicted to watching? Is your... it'd be funny if it was totally unrelated. Yeah. I'm totally into Downton Abbey. No, your show...
Bullshit.
No, the one that Fool Us.
Yeah,
Fool Us. It's really good.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
It's totally.
It's actually coming out on CW. They're going to show all the English shows.
Right? It's from BBC.
We did it over in England. Actually, Channel 4.
It's really good.
But we're doing the English. It's exactly like the Beatles in this one way. The 9 shows we did over in England become 10 shows over here.
Right.
Because of more commercial time and so on. So,
the way Beatles albums were
Well, remember Yesterday and Today. Yesterday and Today is the Beatles record that doesn't exist in England, only over here.
Right.
And that's why the Beatles did Butcher Cover, because they thought they were butchering the records by putting a couple songs off to make more money in the U.S.
Right. That's right.
Nothing to do with
that Butcher Cover's worth a lot of money now.
Yes, the Butcher Cover.
I have 2 of them.
You do?
I have one because when I went into interviews and they said, if I wanted to know all the secrets to your show, what would you give up all the secrets for? And I said, if I have an unpeeled, sealed Beatle Butcher Cover, I want it in mint condition.
No kidding.
By the way, there are 10 in the world. I want one of them.
Wow.
You give me one of those, I will tell you how every secret in the show is done. You sit down with me, I'll tell you everything. I said that in an interview, said that in a bunch of interviews, thought it was really, really funny. About 3 weeks later, there came a Beatle Butcher Cover, beautifully packed with everything there. I pulled it out, held it up. There was a note with it that said, "Love Teller, now shut the fuck up." So Teller got me the Beatle Butcher Cover.
So wait,
put an end on that.
It's the one you don't need. It has the new cover.
It has Yesterday and Today, and you hold it up to the light, you can see Ringo's black turtleneck, and you can see him holding a bloody doll.
Right.
How much is it worth, you think? How much?
I don't know now. I mean, when John Lennon was shot, I was like, yes! George Harrison died. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. Harrison is dead. I'm waiting till the other 2 kick it, and then, I don't know. Probably thousands, not tens of thousands.
Yeah.
Right.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Unless to take it to the Pawn Stars place. Then they'll be like, we got to frame it. There's no real market. The Beatles weren't a very popular band. $10. Yeah. Louie.
I'm so glad you like Fool Us.
I love watching it.
Have you seen any of it?
No.
It's guys.
No, not that one. No.
You would see it illegally, like Louie does.
I watch it on YouTube.
And,
I'm gonna go check that out.
The gag is magicians. We did this all legit. There was no. I mean, we were kind of nuts about how legit we were.
Yeah.
We were separate rehearsal days, and magicians come out and do a trick for us once live, Teller and I watching it. They do it once live in front of a live audience, and then Teller and I have a minute or two to talk about it. And if we cannot figure out how the trick is done, they get a shit ton of money and get to fly to Vegas and open for our show.
Oh, cool. Pretty cool.
As it went on, and as it got more popular in England, it was pretty successful over there, people started writing tricks just to fool us.
Oh, wow. Wow.
And they didn't care at all about entertaining the audience. It was just trying to fool us. And I don't know if you saw these bastards from the Netherlands, I think. They were
the ones that the guy wrapped his face in tape or something?
Yeah. And those guys, they did a move that they didn't do, which made me crazy. He brought his hand over the deck and palmed off a card when he didn't have to.
Oh, so you got that thrown in and think it's some part of
it's all about fooling them now.
Wow. Yeah, it's not about the trick anymore.
They didn't care at all about the trick. And our good friend, Johnny Thompson, who's the best magic mind alive. He's just a genius.
Right.
He was in charge of helping them. So they would say that for the good of the show, probably 1 out of every 10 magicians should fool Penn and Teller. So Johnny would go back and go, I know Penn doesn't know about this move. Put this in there. And so they were being directed and helped and stuff. I think it's the best show we've done. It's pretty great.
Is it going to come to America?
Guy he had these cards, like the way he guessed the card was that he fanned them and then it spelled out what the card was.
Oh, yeah. The guy from Montreal.
But I thought I figured it out.
I don't think you did.
You don't think so?
No.
Because I think he has a deck made that, depending on what the card is.
Yes, he has.
He
has 4 outs.
Right, exactly. He's got the color.
Right.
And the higher
but
low.
It is a combination. And in magic, the hardest tricks to figure out are the tricks with multiple outs.
Right.
Which means the punchline you see is not the punchline it's going to be every time.
Right.
So you're trying to figure out how can he do this trick every time. And he's got another 5 tricks he can do, and you don't know when he's going to fork.
Well, because I figured out he's got this deck, and since it's white on all sides, he doesn't have a front or back problem.
Right.
So as soon as he asks somebody, is it red or black, then he just does this value.
Yeah, and then he's got like,
is it high or low? Just do this.
But he also had that box on the table just to fuck
this.
Yeah.
Does it a certain. And then he had this box that he kept talking about the box.
Yeah.
And so these guys decided it's the box. The box is the thing. Right. And so he opens the box and the box says no. So he even had a clever way of saying fuck you.
Yes, he knew exactly. And some of the guys would come out and do a fabulous routine and then look at us and go, yeah, I know you got it. Thanks, good night.
No, really? I'm on TV already.
I'm on TV.
But when they got it, didn't they blow the trick by telling you how they did it?
That's what we did. They were told backstage. The producers told them, if Penn and Teller get it, they will tell you they got it, and they will give you little hints. And if you believe they've really got it, be polite, walk away. They will never bust your trick. If you
push, you're going to lose your trick.
If you push, Penn will take you out.
Yeah.
So don't. And there's one guy who was he did a beautiful routine. I don't know if you saw. He did coins across and hands. He had 2 audience members hold their hands out, and he moved coins across here and there. Right. So he finishes up, and it was a beautiful routine. I mean, it killed, it destroyed, and he was kind of punk goth type guy. And Teller and I go to our little discussion where the audience can't hear, and Teller goes, the coin shells are magnetic and the big kind of ring on his left hand is a magnet, and he's pulling them off with that, so he doesn't have to palm and can hold his hands flat. It's the ring that's magnetized, okay? So I go, yeah, okay, cool. So they come to us, the audience hasn't heard this, and I go, oh, man, great routine. Never seen that done that well. That's great. I think we've got it. I think we have it. He goes, well, I don't think you do. And I go, yeah, okay. Well, what I'm asking is, would you be able to do that in a different wardrobe than you're wearing?
Right.
And he says, yes, I could. And I go, okay. Would you be able to do it with different jewelry, changing your watch and so on? He goes, my watch has nothing to do with it. And I go,
idiot.
That's
You
right.
dummy.
That's right. Your watch has nothing to do with it. But I'm just saying, if you were doing it with no jewelry at all, would the trick still work? And he goes, I don't know. And I go, listen, asshole, you've got a magnetic ring on your left hand. It's the big one that looks like the devil. They're all shells on top of the coins. You're pulling the coins out. That's the way you did it. Get off the stage. And the guy is just totally heartbroken.
Well,
and he was the only one that we really ripped a new asshole because we told him.
Right. Good magician, shitty hint taker.
Yeah, it's usually this really careful. Was it a trick? And the guy's like, yeah, that's enough. All right.
Yeah, there were those, and there was someone else, and I really should tip this, but I'm going to, figuring it's away from their act, and enough people won't put it together.
Sure.
But the one that made me laugh the most was was a guy and a woman, I guess, and the guy vanished on stage and appeared in the back of the theater.
All right.
Okay? And it was a really good trick, and they were like 19 years old. Okay? And they were good. They finished the whole act, and Teller and I look at each other. We didn't say a word. We just look at each other. I go, okay, we got it. And we come back to the guy, and I go, if Teller and I weren't old and fat, if we were 19 and could run as fast as you could and could do everything as fast as you could we do this trick? And the guy goes, well, I don't know. And I go, right, okay. Let me tell you, I have an older sister, and Teller's an only child. If we could run as fast as you, could we do this trick? Well, is there a genetic component to your trick? And I said, he said, I don't know exactly what that question means.
Oh, yes,
I said, is there someone else in your family that appeared in this trick that not everyone here is aware of? And he goes, I don't know what. I said, okay, here's what's going to happen. You are twins, identical twins. The guy in the back, the guy I'm talking to now is not the guy that started the trick. You are twins, and you are 19 years old, and you are magicians, and you have a whole career ahead of you, and I'm not willing to blow it. So what we're going to do right now is you only blow it for this audience here. We're going to go back to me saying, could we do this trick? And you're going to say no,
and then you're
going to smile.
Oh, wow.
And you're going to go away, okay? Because I'm the nicest guy in the world.
Right, you cut him
You understand
slack
that?
there, man.
And he goes, yes, sir. So I go, okay, audience, back to the applause. And there's no director or anything. I'm just doing this on my own, director. And then the director comes to me and goes, I really want to use the hunk of you saying they're twin. I go, I really think we shouldn't.
You don't want to wreck their careers.
Yeah, well, they can't use that again.
And I'm sure they used that twin thing in more than just one trick.
Sure.
Yeah,
girls.
Good,
well, no, for the rest of their lives. I mean, there is a famous magician who is a twin, and you don't know it.
The great Danton.
You could do worse, though, than dissuading a couple of 19-year-olds from being magicians.
Absolutely.
That's true.
Or you could, the two of you twins, you could go into
get a
porn.
skill that is actually...
You could go into porn and make some real money.
That's right. That's right.
You're twins, for Christ's sake.
A more noble carear.
I wonder if there's any magic porn. I wonder if there's porn that involves sleight of hand.
Let me just... You have you've thought of it, right?
Well, just now.
So there's a porn version of it.
Right, that's right.
Well, hold on. Were they identical or fraternal?
They were close enough to fool very close.
That was such a bad joke. I actually had a real explanation on it.
So there's a magician out there that's like well-known magician that has an identical twin.
Yeah,
that's hilarious.
There was a performance in Tahoe where that twin was injured, and all of a sudden the other guy, identical in the same outfit, ran out to help him, and you saw a very confused going, because they wouldn't travel together, and the guy wears a baseball hat, and they're not ever in the same hotel, and they keep everything separate. And the other guy, there's one guy that does all the talking, the other guy's just a double. It's just it's just this. Okay, that's my job. I'm the fucking twin. I go around the rest of the time. And of course, you have to remember that the guy who did all the talking up front is the talented, good talker, and the guy who appears in the back is the idiot.
Wow.
So when I'm giving them the explanation, I'm talking to the idiot. And
the other magician's in the back going, shut the fuck up! You moron! He's backstage. You're ruining my
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. My brother told me stand over there. I don't know. He probably actually doesn't know what he does.
It's an idiot, yeah.
He just goes like, just fucking stand here. When the light goes on, you make a big ta-da thing.
I'll stand here. People start clapping.
The visual of the twin losing his mind backstage. Oh, that's terrific. We have to take a break, unfortunately.
Yeah, we do.
What's your schedule?
I'll go away. I'll do whatever you want.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus. Well, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out during the break. Fuck it.
Penn Jillette, Tim's Vermeer. That opens up this weekend, right?
That seems pretty fucking cool.
Absolutely.
Go see
what
that
a
movie.
dedicated, fucking obsessed motherfucker.
Yeah. We like to see movies about crazy people.
Yeah.
Right. And Louie surprised us today. This is awesome.
Well, I knew he was coming, but I kind of kept it under my hat as a surprise.
I just came to talk to him, to Penn.
Yeah, Penn.
Exactly. No, my movie starts tomorrow on my website. That I came by to tell you about it.
What movie? What movie?
It's called Tomorrow Night. It's a movie I made back in '98, and it's on my website starting tomorrow at noon.
Yeah.
I never got it released. Steve Carella's in it.
Holy
J.B. Smoove.
shit.
Amy Poehler for about 10 seconds. I made it. It's my first movie.
I read about
Never got
that.
distributed.
People like, oh, Louie's got a new movie that's an old movie.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Cool. We'll talk about that next. Penn Jillette's probably going to hang out, so stay there.
And now, another bedtime story with Jim Brewer. Lars gives a call. God, this is like 98, something like that, 99 maybe. And he goes,
Dude, what are you doing tonight?
I said, I'm playing down the village.
We go fucking hang out and I'm going to meet up with some friends. It's going to be great.
On the way over, we cabbed it, and some kid from NYU left his knapsack with all his books and notebooks. And so, you know what? I'll be a nice guy. How cool is this be? Guy from Saturday Night Live is going to send him back his books. And, well, this is a thorn in Lars's ass from the minute I get it. From the minute I get it, he's like, dude, what are you doing with the fucking nap? Dude, what the fuck? It's ridiculous. You look like a fag walking around with this fucking knapsack. So I'm walking around with this thing. I said, I'm going to give it back. Why does the knapsack bother you? It's fucking stupid. Fuck that guy. He's irresponsible. Fuck him. It'll teach him a lesson. He tears the knapsack off my back. I said, what are you doing? He tosses it across the street, hits some chick in the leg, and it opens up, and the bags go all over. And he's walking down the village going like this. There's your fucking knapsack, huh? Are we hanging? Fuck the knapsack, huh? Huh? I'm like, Lars, what are you doing? Chill out. And he keeps getting in my face. Are we hanging or what? I went, I don't know if I can live up to this. I talk a great game, but I don't know if I can live up to this status. Stay tuned for more bedtime stories with Jim Brewer.
The Opie and Anthony Show is back on Sirius XM.
You absolutely can't.
No.
For the record, we did not kick Penn Jillette out. He had to go. He had to go and do other press for Tim's Vermeer.
Yeah.
Which looks like a fascinating movie.
Very cool.
Absolutely. And Louis C.K. surprised us today. This is awesome.
Hello, fella.
I was just talking about you the other day because I'm a huge fan of comedians in cars getting coffee.
Oh, yeah. That's
and your episode was really, really good.
Oh, thanks.
And how you described getting high and going to the movies was amazing.
Yeah.
And I think I want to smoke pot now because of that.
Oh, yeah, that was funny.
Because it's been many years.
Yeah, no, I've got it down to this exact science.
Yeah.
The theater I go to, there's an elevator that takes you straight to the IMAX. You don't have to go through the whole theater.
Ooh.
And I have the whole thing down to an exact, this is how I do this.
Yeah.
I haven't done it for a little while. The
You know
last thing I saw
exactly
was
when
Gravity.
to time it.
Gravity was fucked up.
Gravity.
That didn't freak you out a little bit?
Well, 3D IMAX high. Like, you know how they have those logos? It should say, like, 3D IMAX high is the best way to see a movie like Gravity.
Yeah.
I didn't otherwise... I didn't like the performances.
Right.
And I didn't know why these are the people...
that were in the
who
movie?
are being called the astronauts.
Right.
Yeah.
It's two people, and you could have gotten anybody.
They should have just had
It wouldn't
two.
have been these two, terrific, made great contributions to theater of the screen.
Yes, of course.
But why fill their faces with chemicals to make sure they look like astronauts? I mean, you could get, there's so many people...
Right.
And also the idea that she's like a reluctant astronaut. There's no such thing as like someone's like, oh, I mean, the other thing didn't work out, so I'm an astronaut.
Yeah.
And
so
I hate
astronaut
space.
was something to fall back on.
Yeah, I'm so stressed out when I'm in space.
Like a trade.
Yes. This is what would happen if you're like, she's some scientist, you go to NASA, if you got a interview.
Yeah.
Okay, you be her, okay?
All right.
And I'm going to ask you about how you feel about the program and sound a little hesitant.
Okay.
Okay, so how are you excited to try out to be an astronaut? Get the fuck out of here now. Get the fuck out of my office. There's the greatest people alive do this.
Right.
Everybody wants that gig.
And it's their dream from the second they left the womb.
Right.
All they want to do is go into space.
They never give up on being an astronaut.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you're obsessed with being an astronaut and you are the best at everything that you do, you're still going to wash out and not get to space.
Right. Yeah.
And yet this fucking like, ugh. And I get vertigo. No, you don't. Fuck you. And again, I don't know, whatever.
And then,
but when you're that fucking stoned, and you're in the picture, and you're going inside of the helmet, looking at the world from inside the helmet, it's pretty cool.
Not a freak out though. You're not a freak out pot guy where it's like, this is like fucking freaking me out.
No, because they don't know I'm watching them, so they're not interacting with me. If I interact with human beings who are looking at me,
that'll freak out
like
a little bit.
That would be the thing.
Yeah.
The vastness of space thing would get me a little.
No, I could fall right into that.
Yeah. Okay.
Except for I was getting also irritated by the lack of truth with the physics, because they had an opportunity to teach people physics.
Right. Where did they fail?
Were they really off? There was a couple of times where they said they were off, like when they were holding each other's fingers, they said all she would have had to do in real life was just pull back gently and he would have come right back.
That's right. There's the whole, basically the entire crux of the drama of the movie was a giant fuck you to physics.
Physics.
The idea that she's holding him and there's some force pulling him more and more, like an increasing force from what? There's nothing.
Centrifugal force, was it?
No, I don't think so.
Were they spinning?
Nope.
No, they weren't.
Oh,
they weren't spinning.
Yeah. Okay. Well, although if she pulled like
a
that,
teeny bit, he would have come right back.
But also, when
she would have gone forward too.
When she's spinning, and she's going,
Yeah.
oh God, close your fucking eyes, close them. You're not feeling it. You're not feeling yourself spin.
Right.
Close your eyes.
Yeah,
that's all you would have to do.
Is doing this.
It's all relative.
Close your eyes.
Like the Earth. So
60 seconds.
Yeah.
She wouldn't even have to be reminded. But even if, honey, close your eyes. All right. Okay, good. I'm good.
Everything's fine now.
Good.
That's a good point. But I wouldn't have thought of that if I was spinning away into nothingness either. She probably just forgot.
She forgot.
Yeah, no, she's clumsy and forgetful.
Hesitant.
She's like Lucy. And then
George asked her where she's from. Like, when they know all that,
Yeah,
that took me out of the movie. I'm like, they would know all that before they went up there. Right, but So tell me about you. Where you from?
They would know everything about
every
each
detail.
other.
What did they talk about during the training? He just kept saying, your cunt stinks a lot. That's all he talked about in the training. That
was the first 1,000 things he said. 1,001 was, where you from?
Yeah, do you have any kids ever fall out of that dump?
Yeah, and guess what? If you have, like, a background that's edgy, like your son died, they also, we're not putting you in space.
Right.
That's going to come up.
That could be a problem.
Yeah, you're going to bum everybody out with that shit.
Right.
Yeah, we don't need you up there all of a sudden waxing fantastic about your kid.
No.
Worthless. Fucking things up.
No,
wow,
billions of dollars that shit costs up there.
They
need boring, steel, fucking nerved people.
Right. You ever watch some of those guys on camera when they're having the spacewalk? Like, they've got to replace that giant cooling unit that's the size of a refrigerator. Their dialogue back and forth is just the most
mundane,
technical, dull, fucking, the bolt is out.
Right.
Well, like, if you ever listen to black box recordings to fall asleep. Have you ever jack off to black box recordings?
Yes. Yeah, voice recording.
Yes, they have some on YouTube and
I've
stuff.
seen. I've actually was listening to some of those just last week.
Yeah.
I swear. They're fucking tragic.
The pilots, even in the worst conditions, are steel until the very last second.
Yeah, then you got
They're
the old,
okay, we're going to try this. We're going to try this. This didn't work. This didn't work. The wing came off. We're going down. We're 50 yards from the ground. It's the last sound. It's like,
it is the last.
But they're not panicking.
Before it, they're like, we'll try this. We'll try this.
Yeah.
That's what all pilots are like. And people in space are like the 0.00001% best of those people.
Right. That's
crazy.
That's exactly what it was.
That guy Sully, who landed the plane on the Hudson, steel nerves, he would have washed out. He would have never made it.
Never would have made it to space. No. Something fucked up there. Yeah. He would have been fucked. But meanwhile, in the plane, we're not going to make it. We're in the river.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to try the river.
We're going to try the river.
We're going to try the river.
That's literally what he said.
Right.
Wow.
I like your boat. They show the boat in the...
That's a nice vessel.
That's my summer. That's where I spend my summer.
That's awesome. Yeah.
And where do you go with that?
I go up the Hudson River.
Oh, okay.
And then I go out to Long Island Sound.
Oh, right. Was that Hell's Gate?
You can go out in the ocean, but the ocean's trickier. I'm going up... My experience...
The river seems like...
good at.
Yeah.
The river's nothing.
But it seems like it's cool to explore and stuff, too. You know?
It is a bit. It gets a little mundane up there.
It does.
But there's some great places that you can easily anchor and swim when you get up past the Tappan Zee. And there's a few towns that you can, pull up to a dock and get ice cream, and my kids love it. And then the Long Island Sound, though, I went to Martha's Vineyard last summer and back.
With the boat?
Yeah.
Oh, that's like the entire Sound, yeah.
Yeah, you go out.
How long does that take from where you're docked?
You can do it pretty fast, or you can go, I went out there in about 4 days with the kids, and you stop in a bunch of places. And, the boat's you can eat on it, and cook on it. So I just last summer I lived on the boat for about a month. Like, I didn't
Jesus Christ.
I slept on it every night for a month, up the river, out the Sound. I just stayed out of the city.
You just stayed on it for a month straight?
Yeah, 2 weeks with my kids, 2 weeks without my kids.
That's awesome.
Just by yourself?
Yeah, part of it by myself.
Oh.
Did you see Redford's movie where he's on the little sailboat?
Yeah, I hated it.
Thank you.
I
did too.
It was a piece of shit movie.
What a fucking, I kind of got, at the very beginning, with the shipping container and everything, I'm like, oh, okay, this is a little...
but you know he dies.
Well, yeah.
You know that it's worthless.
Right. Yeah, because they kind of popped that at the beginning.
Because the movie starts with none of this worked. I tried everything, none of it worked. And then, so here's the first thing didn't work, which was bailing out and, fixing the hole.
Right.
He's also a fucking asshole. I was screaming at the screen the whole movie because he tries the radio for like a minute.
Yeah.
And then he's like,
I would be on that, especially if you started getting a little something.
Yeah, and also you don't just hail your fucking, this is my ship's name. Nobody gives this
No one
shit
cares.
Mayday, Mayday.
Right, you're right.
If you say, I'd be falling asleep with my hand on that switch saying Mayday, Mayday, Mayday.
You want your voice.
Because if somebody hears Mayday slightly, they know what
there's a problem.
Yes, because these radios, the VHF radios, have a limited radius.
Uh-huh.
So if somebody hears Mayday, they know within 5 miles of me, somebody's in trouble.
Yeah.
And there'd be helicopters swarming.
Yes.
And also, like, a ship comes, he's reading the directions on his fucking flare. And then he pops one, and the ship is still, like, 90 feet away, and he's like, yeah, I don't think they see me. I'm just going to go ahead and die. And then the one thing he does that is stupidest, but like when he makes the fire in the little tub.
In the little tub.
I go, okay, he's doing this because he's going to float the tub out into the water.
Why wouldn't you put it in the water?
Why are you making a fire in your rubber raft, you stupid fucking idiot?
That was him giving up.
If you're going to make a fire in your raft and set the whole thing into a ring of blaze...
Yeah.
There's a ship right there. Give it 10 minutes to see if the ship comes.
Don't just fucking
Before you
sink
go,
beneath.
I'm going to go into water now.
He really did just give up.
Yeah.
Too many times. And well, the guy that made the movie, what was his name?
Robert Redford?
No. He was like, oh, well, the ending is left open to interpretation.
Oh, is it?
Did he die or did he not die?
Was that the hand of the filmmaker's best friend? I don't give a shit who it was.
Stupid Hollywood. Stupid Hollywood trying to give you a little extra.
Hope? Yeah?
That's dumb.
You say he's dead, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose. I mean, I hope so. I really hope that character's dead.
He wasn't even being careful.
I have on my boat, like, that guy's some kind of a billionaire. I have on my boat this plastic, looks like a Fisher-Price thing.
Yeah.
Everybody that comes on my boat, I tell them, if we're sinking, grab this and press this one big red button.
And there's the beacon.
And don't let go. If you press that button, fucking people will come and find the button. And it's water sealed. It doesn't, it's an impervious to anything.
Yeah, why
device.
didn't he have that?
Costs because he can't afford it. It's like a subscription of about $20 a year. Yeah. And the unit itself is about $118.
You got a sat phone?
Yeah. What?
You got a sat phone?
I don't have one yet because I haven't been out in the open water like that. Have only been in places where
you could get
I've lost, like between Block Island and Martha's Vineyard is the longest expanse that I've done.
Yeah.
And you lose sight of land for a few minutes, like you're out in the open. And the ocean is hitting you broadside. It's hard.
Yeah.
But I've always gone out a little further than I'm comfortable with, a little at a time.
Yeah.
I go out and I freak myself out a little, and then I come back. But now I can get to Martha's Vineyard on my own, so I know how to do that.
That sounds awesome.
Reading charts, are you?
Yeah. Reading charts.
Reading some charts.
I always keep that. I mean, I have a GPS.
Yeah.
And it has a chart system in it. Mm-hmm. But the boat was built in 2004, so the navigation equipment, 2004 technology. Now,
that's crazy different.
Shit.
That's old, right?
So my iPad gets me everywhere I'm going.
Fucking iPad.
iPad has a thing called iNav X. It's just an app.
Yeah.
It has the entire American coastal water.
Isn't that amazing?
And I could jump on the boat with my iPad.
Yeah.
I keep two on board for redundancy. I keep one plastic wrapped in a place where a fucking shipping container can't destroy all my... Let me keep everything right next to the gunwale, like right next to just and no waterproofing anything.
So if anything hits it, it's sure to drench it with water.
Yeah. It's like keeping a coffee cup on your fucking laptop.
Eventually it's going to tip over.
But yeah, my iPad can get me anywhere I want to go.
Isn't that amazing? Because it's not very long ago you needed that stupid fucking star thing and charts.
Yes.
And
but I keep the paper charts and I use the Ritchie compass, which is a basic compass.
Yeah.
I keep referring to those because I do think at some point if all the shit shut down on me, I can do it. I could get myself home from anywhere using the markers that are in the water and a compass and a chart.
Can't they get like a fucking satellite thing of that so you'll never lose reception? Isn't like a satellite instead of a satellite
but you
phone?
can lose power. There's all kinds of stuff that can happen. And also in some weather, GPS starts to fail.
Yeah.
So you always keep the paper charts and you keep, because it's not just about where you're going. Like there is a part of when you come out of New York Harbor, when you go out the Long Island Sound, after the Whitestone Bridge, No, the Throg's next. That's the last one.
Yeah.
Then you're in the Long Island Sound, and there's this huge expanse of water. You go out to City Island and out to the Sound. I didn't read the chart right the first time I did it, and I went flying through this big, and there's no other boats except for little fishing boats, and all the guys are looking at me, like kind of shaking their heads.
What is he
I've got
doing
this
here?
big fucking boat with a 5-foot draft.
You don't belong there.
No, and then I
no.
look through it under because you can't tell from the surface. Underwater, there's rocks that are like within an inch of the surface.
Holy shit!
And there's just
You should have put a 13-year-old blonde boy in the front and let him navigate for you, and then hit a rock, and you could have molested him when the fucking Catherine Hepburn came with a sandwich.
Exactly. But I know I was just very lucky that I flew through there without destroying. I easily could have destroyed the boat.
Jesus.
It gets scary sometimes in a little bit of weather when the boat slams down. You get that bam,
yeah, it's
bam, bam,
brutal.
bam, and it's like really loud. And you're thinking this thing's gonna break.
Yes,
it's gonna break.
No, I've had a few times on the boat where I've thought I'm gonna go home and I'm never gonna doing this again. Wherever I dock this thing, I'm going to put a sign on it for sale, and I'm going to take the train home.
You got a little scared a couple of times?
Sure, very scared.
Yeah.
The
Very
first time
scared,
I went
wow.
to Block Island, I scared the shit out of myself.
Really? Was the weather nice, or was it just
it's
too
the
big?
tides. The waves were enormous for me.
Oh, right.
I thought they were like 4 or 5 foot waves. Was probably like 2 feet.
But it's rolling, a lot of rolling.
Well, and you're slapping up and
Slamming,
down. You don't feel
yeah.
like you're moving. And
right.
Block Island is like this little sliver of brown, and it looks so far away.
That.
But this is why sailors drink, because then you get there and you're in this calm. You go into the protected cove and it's calm, and you throw an anchor and you're okay now. And you just want
relief,
like a whole bottle of whiskey,
a whole bottle of rum,
bottle of whiskey.
Yo ho ho, and then were you dreading the ride back? Were you like, oh fuck,
then
I
the
gotta
next
leave
day
this
as
safety?
I'm getting ready to go, I realize I'm starting to breathe heavy. And
a little anxiety.
This is gonna fucking suck.
Yeah.
But I've done that so many times. Like, there's a place called Plum Gut where you go from Long Island Sound into the ocean, and those two bodies of water meet in this bizarre end of the world looking roiling.
Wow!
It's two different currents, and they meet like in a line.
And you got to cross over.
And you have to cross over that line, and there's a little thin. A narrow little channel with rocks on one side and all these hazards.
Just danger.
And your propellers can't really find the footing because there's all this spinning currents.
Yeah.
So you just kind of have to hope through it. And the first time I did it, it scared the living shit out of me. And I was alone, just yelling loudly out loud in my boat. But now I know Plum Gut. I just know it.
Yeah. You become accustomed.
Now it's easy for you.
It's like Cape Horn.
Yeah.
For you, it's
You want to take a nice spin around there, fucking by Somalia. See what happens? What does a chart have on it? Like, how do you if it's cloudy? How do you look at a chart and make any sense out of it? It's just water.
With the clouds, but the clouds don't. You're looking at the water. You're not looking.
I'm saying, like, what does that tell you though? I'm saying the stars.
Oh, to navigate by the
charts are not stars.
Yeah.
The charts are what the chart shows you. Because the water's all different depths. You can be out in open water and it's only 1 foot deep and you can't boat there. So there's all kinds of contours to the bottom of what you're looking on in the chart. Really is what is under the surface.
What it looks like without water.
Right, but how do you know that when you're on the boat? How do you know what looks like under?
Because first you have to. You use landmarks and certain references, although you can't tell distances on the water. Everything looks different. But you use a compass, and there's marker buoys. Usually, sometimes they have gaps where you're just kind of fucked, and you there are places where you're like, you have binoculars, and you're trying to see a little green light. There's green and red buoys that mark the shipping channels of all the water anywhere.
You have
all over the world.
GPS navigation where it shows like where you're headed. It shows your little icon, and so you can navigate like that through some of the tighter things that aren't marked.
Yes, but then there's all these tricky things like the compass on the navigation doesn't show true north. It shows magnetic north. There's all this kind of shit. So you have to actually look and find, and sometimes binoculars, you're trying to look through them, and your boat's slamming up and down.
Binoculars are really... Now you're also magnifying the motion.
And getting seasick.
Yeah, exactly. So sometimes you just go... I'm just going to go in this direction on the compass until something new gets revealed.
Wow.
Until I learned something.
I want to take this phone call. This guy has a hell of a story. Dan in Maine, go ahead.
Yeah, how you doing, guys?
Good.
I just got a story to add, given the location and the topic you guys are on today. Bringing a wooden fishing boat, about 80 feet long, back from Newport News, Virginia, up the coast. Was running a heading of about 69 degrees, and we got run over by a tanker 24 miles off Long Island. The tanker was coming down the coast, coming south, and as it turned out, it was on autopilot. There was nobody up on the bridge of the ship, and they didn't see us, and we had no communication with them, so we just held our heading. They cut the stern of our boat off clean and kept on going.
Jeez. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Run over by an oil
It was
tanker.
about 4 in the morning. And
You just set your boat on fire and just sink beneath the waves and give up? What a fucking
Good thing you didn't get out of its
pussy.
way. Just sat there and played chicken and lost. Terrible sailor you are.
Why didn't you have time to get out of the way?
Yeah.
I don't know how that
fucking
works. to be
christen it
honest
with a
with you.
champagne bottle, you idiot.
Well, he's on a sailboat. I mean,
Yeah.
he's supposed to have the right of way if you're under a sail.
That's good. That's what your fucking goody two-shoe rules get you. Hey, I'll tell someone. Fucking sternless.
That wasn't by Hoyle. That was a right rotten thing to do.
Right.
So what'd you do?
No, when
He's already told us twice underneath our talk.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, exactly. And 500 times apart. By the time I lost my stern, yes, cocksucker, I'm your wife.
What happened, sir? Fast.
The boat sunk in about 5 minutes, and we got everybody off the boat. I'm going over a lot of the details.
And sharks come cruising.
Exactly, but it's a lake.
Jap sub slammed 2 torpedoes into a side, Chief.
Not one came out.
Yes. I'll
The
never
year 1945.
Yes. I'll never call the Opie and Anthony show again, Chief. So how many people are on this this boat? Obviously, they consider this vessel coming a blessing.
There was 4 of us.
Oh, okay.
And you're all in the water, then what happened?
We were in the water for a little bit. One of the guys didn't want to jump off. He didn't know how to swim. Finally went over, got him. The boat sunk, disappeared. There was a boat coming up the coast about an hour later. We had 1 flare left. We were all bobbing in the water. We didn't have a good life raft. We were just kind of a half-inflated old rubber raft.
Not prepared.
Fuck, yeah.
Wait. How many miles off the coast?
We were exactly 24 miles off Long
Oh,
Island.
you should have swum.
Where were
Swam?
you?
Swimmed.
You were in the ocean?
Correct.
Oh, man.
I would have lost my
24 miles
fucking
out.
mind.
24 miles out, they don't give a fuck.
No.
Those guys.
Yeah, we just the reason we held that course is because you don't think you figure it's going to be a port-to-port passing. This guy's going his direction. He turned at the last minute. When you can't communicate with him, you're not exactly sure what he's doing. So
it's really, when you see the big boats, they grow unbelievably fast. It's unbelievable because you can't judge size. I mean, you really, on a boat like his, a wooden sailboat, you probably didn't have radar. If you have radar, which is hard to read anyway, you can tell, like, something looks like it's, right there, and you look on radar, it's actually like 3 miles away. You can't tell, but all of a sudden, before you know it, this fucking thing is right on top of me.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow, you have a tough time listening, sir.
Yeah, hope your friend Herbie Robinson from Cleveland's okay, the baseball player.
No, I don't think he's okay.
Yes.
Bobbed up like a top.
Yeah.
Upended.
He'd been bitten in half.
It's been bitten in half.
So when did the big old PBY come down and save you?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was about an hour. We were in the water about an hour. The water was about 40 degrees.
That's not too bad.
So we had 3 flares. Only one of them worked. He came over and pulled us out of the water.
Jesus.
Oh, wow.
What shitty safety equipment this guy has.
Exactly. Couldn't even tie a sheep shank.
Off the boat down in
didn't say how you wanted it.
Back.
You want it
There's
short?
an old boat we're bringing
It's been a
back.
while since I had to pass basic seamanship.
It's been a while since I had to pass
Exactly.
basic seamanship.
I hope you sang Lady of Spain as they were loading up that fucking...
this abuse much longer.
All right, Dan. We heard some of your story.
We heard most of your amazing story.
Exactly.
Incredible.
Yes. You were with some people in the water, and the fucking Valdez came by, and everybody fucking died.
This guy wants you to subscribe to Sirius for the weather. It saved him many times on the open ocean.
Yeah, well,
when the signal works.
All right.
So long.
All right, Dan. Bye.
All right. Good luck.
Goodbye, sir.
Keep your business on the men.
But 24 miles out.
Yeah.
24 miles out going in the water, that would fucking scare the shit out of me.
Then he sees receipts around the house. His wife paid somebody to fucking steer that ship into him. Hon, did you hire an oil tanker? It's a long story. Fucking bored.
Fucking oil tanker.
Yeah,
it's horrible.
They are very big, and there's nobody on them looking around.
No one's looking. Yeah, when you see those big cargo ships, it's not like someone's like, I'm going to hang out on the rail like a cruise ship.
Yeah.
This fucking a conga line to fucking
He also
feeling
was
hot,
too
hot,
close
hot.
to the shipping channel. There's
Yes.
channels. The shipping, there's roads.
Yeah.
It's like standing in the middle of the highway.
Yeah.
It's like a guy standing in the middle of the highway and going, I don't know what happened.
I can't believe I got hit by a car. Right. And again, that stupid fucking Robert Redford movie.
Yes.
He was very close to the shipping lane.
Yes, he was trying to get himself in the shipping lane.
Yeah.
He had a shot at 3 ships.
Yes.
And he didn't even try to hail one.
It was half-assed.
Gave no fucking attempt.
Just,
sounds annoying.
God,
bothersome.
And there's no talking. He yells fuck once. That's pretty much it.
Yeah. Doesn't have an air
thanks.
horn. Doesn't have...
Yeah. Something, right.
Fuck you.
Right.
Fuck you.
His dumb safety equipment. He bangs his head. He's not even careful.
Ow.
What else has been up, Louie?
Yeah.
How's Seinfeld to hang out with when he's not filming?
He's a good
I'm
guy.
fascinated by that guy.
He's a good guy.
He seems like a good guy.
Everyone
More than
is.
I've heard stories over the years, but when I'm watching this thing, it seems like he's all right. He has a little edge to him.
He loves comedy, and he's got kids, and he loves comedy. He's a very simple guy.
Right.
You know?
Did you brag about your TV show? Say, I got a good
to the
TV.
guy who's got $600 million in an ashtray at home.
20 years later, it's still like the #1 syndicated show.
Never will be eclipsed.
It's on 5 times a day.
Yeah, I could work my entire life. I would still never even do.
Yeah, well, let's see him build something from the ground up. Let's see him do that. 600 million. You hire a guy like me.
Regular Joe.
And he just wants to get coffee.
That's all he wants.
That's it. He don't care.
It's amazing you can do that. To be able to just like, I'm going to grab one of my Porsches and just fucking...
On one of the episodes, he talks about his agent and how his agent's frustrated by him.
I'm
He's
sure.
like, you're doing a web series, you know what you could be doing? And Jerry's like, this is what I want to do.
Did it already.
Yeah, I did that.
How do you fucking... Yeah, he
don't
can't
give a
even
fuck.
do another TV show like on television. He already, once you did that, you know...
Yeah, that's why go down that road again?
Yeah.
You've already been so far down that road.
Yeah. It's like
Try
Buzz
something
Aldrin
else.
getting on a plane and going to L.A. and going, hey, look what I did.
He talks about
I'm
how
stepping off.
He also talks about how bored he was doing it by the end of it because it was so easy to do.
Yeah.
Creatively, he was out of his mind.
You go to the
bored.
studio every day, and sitcoms in L.A. especially. That's a very sort of cut from a cloth life, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
And you know you're doing the same exact life that Dick Van Dyke did and everybody else. I think it gets to feel like
you start
see your
thinking
own
about
death
it
pretty fast.
Start thinking about it, right.
Good point.
What am I doing?
I had a sitcom for, part of a year.
Yeah.
And I could see where it would be like, you could get old doing this. You could feel really lost.
Yeah.
And then get cut off.
Yeah.
And you see somebody who's out in the world, and you're like, hey, what's going on out there?
It's great. I'm taking a sailboat around the world.
Yeah.
I'm going to take a lot of safety equipment.
Exactly. Hopefully the fucking Life of Pi will call back. It's a great story.
That clip of you describing the joke, the fishing, ice fishing joke.
Oh, yeah.
Finally hearing the end of the joke was...
Yeah, I took a shit on the ice. Took a shit on the ice.
I thought it was going to be a little more profound than that. I think a lot of people did.
It never really added up. And I told... There is a scene towards the end of the movie where they call... I don't know if you saw the movie.
Saw it.
When they call Christian Bale in, and he says, I don't know where the money is, and they're playing this kind of game. And I'm in the room. I've got like one line where I go, just go home.
Right.
To Bradley Cooper. There was a version that we shot for a whole day of me standing up and making this big and finishing the ice fishing
Finishing the
story,
joke.
saying fuck you to Christian Bale, and taking Bradley Cooper under my arm and saying, come on, I'll take you home. Like it was this big, brave thing that I did. So for a whole day, he kept throwing alternate and different versions at me, and I had to do. And I'm like, and I wasn't up to it. I mean, I'm not that good, and I'm not that important in the movie. So he tried to get. I was trying it, and I'm looking at Christian Bale, and these people are looking at me, and it's getting sweaty, like you can smell everybody in the room. Like it got really. It was long into the night, and I kept trying this version, and it's not in the movie. Yeah. But that's where the ice fishing story was supposed to be ended there.
I thought that he had actually guessed it, and you were so annoyed at him, you wouldn't give him credit for it. Like, that's how it came off to me, like he got it, and then you were like, no! Like, you were just fucking annoyed that he got it.
The whole bit was that I kept moving the goalpost of the thing. Like, it's about your brother. No, it's not about that. I mean, that was the bit we decided when we started doing it, was that I'd keep changing what it was about. He could never figure it out. But then, the end, I was there for a ADR, for when you do recording of your voice for fixing stuff, and they had found that scene that I think was out of the movie for a while, of me in the hallway with him, and he says, brother died, and I go, my brother died a different way, and he decided that's how to end it. Just let that be the end of it.
Just let it sit there.
Congratulations on American Hustle.
Yeah, it was fun. It was a lot of fun.
That was a good one.
That's a really good movie, too.
And what's his name? Doing just that little impression of you on the couch is fucking... He
I didn't see that until I saw the movie. I had no idea.
It's so funny, man.
In the room, so
he's just... really, I was fucking laughing my ass off at that one. That was fun. Goddamn. What other... what are you working on?
I got this movie that I'm putting on my website tomorrow.
Yes.
So starting at noon, you can buy it. It's called Tomorrow Night. And it's a feature-length movie I made. It went to Sundance and a bunch of festivals when I was 28.
Yeah. Jesus. Do you look at it now and think like, oh my God, like, what was I thinking?
Yes,
or
that's exactly what.
Really?
Yes. It's pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
It's just, I mean, it's a weird movie. It's got a little heart to it, and it's funny because, like, J.B. Smoove, it's the first thing he ever did, because he was just starting as a stand-up, and I was about to start making the movie, and I saw him at the comic strip. And I went home and wrote a part for him because he was so funny. So J.B. is great in it, and Steve Carell's funny in it, and Rick Shapiro has a big part in it.
What year is
it?
Damn, and
Rick Shapiro's in drag in the movie. He plays an old lady.
Jesus. Oh man.
98.
Okay.
98.
16 years ago.
Yeah. Jeez. Yeah, and it's been under my bed all this time. Conan's in it for a minute. Like, he's in it as himself.
Wow.
It's a weird movie, cool. But it is like, there's an old lady in it, like one of the main characters is an old lady, and people keep saying to her, you're very, very old. And I'm like, why did I do it? It's kind of mean. Like, it's mean.
It's mean.
Yeah. Like, I wouldn't make that movie now, but it's a product of my
That's kind of cool.
It's fun.
We'll check it out.
Yeah. Are there any technical things in it that you look at and go, oh, I would just definitely do that different?
Well, we shot it in black and white film and on reversal film, which is tricky to expose. So there's a few scenes that are very blown out.
Oh, wow, yeah.
But I like the way we photographed. All the people that I worked with are now on my show. Jesus. I mean, the crew that I assembled to do that movie, I do my show with all the same people.
Wow, is that out of
same DP? No, because they
loyalty,
were great.
or is it just they were good?
I wouldn't hang on to anybody.
Fuck 'em. Get out of here.
That's good for a year.
I'm loyal for a year. That's what you get.
But no, I've been with Amy Silver, is the production designer of my show, and Paul Kessner, the director of photography. We all started on that movie.
When's the next season start? In the summer?
May.
Oh, wow, we're almost there.
Wow, I remember when you were like, I'm taking some time off,
a year off.
And that time off is done.
It's gone.
It's pretty much done.
It sounds like he took advantage of it, though. Living on a boat.
A great summer.
Yeah.
But now I'm back at work. We made a hurricane for the show. We created a whole hurricane. It's
really?
It's the hardest thing I ever shot.
Can you explain?
It looks real.
You're in.
Well, he kind of recreated what happened with Sandy, but
it's
more exaggerated. It's kind of crazy what happened.
Oh, okay.
Could you explain how you created a hurricane?
Well, you use it all comes down to what exactly you're going to see in every shot. So it's the only time I ever storyboarded, like drew pictures of what I wanted to see. But we used rain machines, which you just plug into a fire extinguisher. But we did it in the winter, so I was getting rained on.
Cold.
Yeah, like 20 degrees.
Oh, shit.
Jesus.
And we shot on a stage, but the water's coming in from a hydrant outside, and it was literally like 10 degrees outside.
Yeah.
We couldn't stop the water running because it would freeze.
Right. And you have
I have water being like gushing onto my head, that's right about to freeze. That like,
oh shit!
And it literally, you know, when something's so cold that it hurts.
Yeah,
my whole body. After every take, I couldn't move my whole body. Wow. It's the hardest thing I ever did.
Wow!
And then we have wind machines, and we had this big tub of water with a car sloshing around in it, and it was crazy.
Are you yelling? Do you have to yell?
Yeah, you have
people
to yell when things aren't loud.
People always do that when, like, there's a hurricane.
It's a hurricane!
We're gonna try to seek some shelter!
Actually, there's a guy in the scene, in one scene, who's yelling, "There's a hurricane! I can't hear you because of the hurricane!"
Just in case you don't get it. That's probably a good thing.
That's right.
Let the audience know.
There's one scene, the last thing that we shot, there's a scene where I'm on a street and I'm rescuing somebody during the hurricane, and we built a city street, like, you know, on a stage.
Oh wow!
So and it looks real, but I realize there's nobody else around except for me and the characters. So I wanted a big guy in his underwear to run through the. I'm giving away a lot. But, So I called Jay Okerson, and I said, "Where are you right now?" And he said, "Indianapolis." So he couldn't do it. Like, we were shooting in an hour. Yeah. And then my PA found this kid Adrian, who's a comedian. I don't know his last name, but he's in American Hustle for a second.
Okay.
And so I called him, and he lives in the Bronx, and I said, "Can you come now?" So he ran down and he did it. But I had him yelling all this different shit, and at one point I was going to he's just yelling, and I was going to have him yell Anthony because of you. Anthony! And I didn't do that when I forgot.
By the way, here's the joy in that story. Here's the nugget. Big, dumb Jay Okerson missed a shot to Beyond Louie because he was fucking middling in Indianapolis.
Shit. I think we got to take another break. We go to 10:30 now. You sticking around?
That's great, man.
A couple more minutes.
Couple more minutes? All right, we'll finish
I have
up.
a big announcement I have to make.
Right now? You want to do it, Jimmy?
Yes,
Let's do it.
Jimmy.
I have 2 sold-out shows at the Borgata. The third one's on sale, The Late Show. DC Improv, 6 through 8 of February, and February 28. Pittsburgh Carnegie Music Hall.
I couldn't repeat that back to you if you paid me $1 million.
And I would if you could.
Right out.
Be double plugging
in my ear and out my asshole.
Well, you're missing a lot of laughs, and it should have went in the other way. Start through the asshole, end up in the ear. It's a home run for me.
Hanging with Louis C.K. today. He's got a new movie that he did back in 1998 coming out tomorrow on his website. LouisCK.com, I think?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Or .net, they both.
Or .net. So check it out. A lot of people you know and love in this movie from 1998.
Mirrors.
Yes.
Very cool. Yeah.
And the show comes back in May. And the personal life is good?
Yeah, my kids are middle school, one of them, and the other one is... third grade.
I get advice from you when you come in.
Yeah.
My kid is finally in school. He's 3.5, doing that pre crap. But they don't celebrate holidays.
They don't?
No.
What school? What's the school?
I'd rather not say officially. But
no, of course. But is it a private school or a public school?
Yeah. But they can't even bring gifts into the teachers. Because then other kids will feel like left out because
I can't afford the gift, so the teacher will like the other kid better than me.
But
that's what they think is.
Yeah, so there's always that stuff. I mean, my kids go to public school, and there was some controversy with a teacher gave another teacher a gift and their friends, and because the teacher number 1 had a kid in teacher number 2's class,
right.
And so she gave her, but they're like best friends also.
Right.
She gave her a present, and one of the parents was like, wait a minute, you're not supposed to give
preferential treatment.
This is what drove me crazy. A parent, anonymously, of course, because the parent gets to be anonymous, filed a grievance with the school board and put this teacher's job in jeopardy. And this is one thing I tried to say to these people is, the teacher's been there for 25 years. Like, there's teachers in our school who have been taught by this teacher. We're passing through. When you're in a school, you're passing through. It's not, parents think that they can fucking decide, like, everything is about their kid.
Right. Yeah.
The school has its own life. It's a thing, and they're responsible for the youth of the city in waves. You're just one fucking wave.
Yeah.
So if you don't like it, just wait till you have another teacher next year,
right.
But people that want to exact change in their,
Yeah.
This is what I think should be. Yeah, well, you're one fucking person, and your kid is one kid in one class in 1 year of that one school.
People don't think that way. They're very self-centered and think, the world revolves around them.
Yeah.
That's what I found myself saying to a lot of parents and stuff, people, when they complain about stuff. Is like, I understand why you're angry about that, but I don't believe you're owed a remedy.
Oh, bravo.
To me, I wish, like, the president, the government would say this to people all the time.
Yeah.
I know that's frustrating for you, and that's a real grievance from your point of view, but I don't believe that you are owed a remedy by anybody else. That's too bad. Good luck.
It's driving me nuts. Like Halloween, no costumes. A memo came out. A friendly reminder that this school, you do not go to school with a costume on. 3.5-year-olds for Halloween.
Yeah.
So we're like, all right, you're not going to school that day.
That sounds like a high-minded private school.
Maybe we fucking blew it with our choice.
You got plenty of
to
time. None of this right now matters.
Right.
Preschool.
It's a decent school in general.
Yeah, it's just somewhere for your kid to start.
They used to call, they used to have leader for the day.
Yeah.
And some parent, like you said, complained. Some anonymous parent that you don't even get to see their face years ago. So now he's a host. He hosts for the day.
That's better?
That's what I'm saying. What's the difference?
We'd like it to be gayer. Can it be gayer? Leader is very butch.
Because saying leader gives the wrong impression. And our whole take on this on the show, because we're obsessed with this shit, is like, then the kids get in the real world. And it's important to be a leader and stand out.
Yeah,
sometimes,
exactly.
right?
Whatever. I mean, it's part of it.
Or a good host. Still want to be a good host.
Sure.
I think that's a good thing for the kid.
Yeah.
But to baby these kids and then just throw them in the real world, what are we doing for them?
Well, it's very narcissistic because people think that if they can make the day in the school their ideal, they're not looking at the kid at all.
They just assume all of society will now change because we're doing.
Well,
this
they don't even
thing
think
here.
That far. They're just that myopic. They're like, this is
no one sees the big
what
picture,
I want my
ever.
kid. No, they don't.
Yeah,
they don't.
I was driving in this morning, and it always astounds me when somebody's in the left lane and there's nobody in front of them. It's wide open highway. Behind them, a fucking parade of cars that are 1 foot off of each other's bumpers.
Everyone beyond pissed off.
It's harder not to notice that that's going on than to just and then cars are going whoa, whoa, whoa around them and cutting them off, and they're just looking straight
one
ahead.
after another. They still don't get it.
They don't.
I drove
see
once.
anything.
That astounds you, but what astounds them is why you're yelling deleted scenes from Django out the window.
Well, Pete, I was in a car with Nick DiPaolo once driving from
that's got to be a treat.
to New York.
This is not going to be a courteous story.
No, you wouldn't believe how calm and patient he was. End of story. No, every time that he was stuck behind somebody, he would flash his high beams and get the fuck out of the road. And then whenever somebody was behind him flashing their high beams, he'd be like, fuck you, I'm doing the fucking speed limit. I'm obeying the law. Fuck you, I have a right to be in this lane.
Yeah.
Both same guy.
Yeah. I realize that isn't the thing to do. And if somebody comes up behind me, I'm always scanning the old mirrors. I'll pull over.
Right.
If someone wants to do 100 miles an hour,
whatever.
Why do I give a shit?
Get out of the way.
It's the speed limit. Fuck you.
But with
do
Nick,
what you want.
with Nick DiPaolo, it's a real case of hooray for me, the hell with you.
That's a really elegant way of putting it.
My grandmother used to say that when somebody would speed by her, she absolutely would.
Oh, wow.
Jam a couple of fingers in and fucking change her tune.
There's also the police by proxy, the pseudo police people that think they're going to enforce the law if there's a traffic jam, and I decide I want to get on the shoulder and fucking tear up there and pass all this traffic. You get the guy that moves over to block it. What use is that? Why are you fucking I'm willing to take the gamble that I'm going to get fucking pulled over and get a huge ticket. I'm willing to take that gamble. Yeah. Just stay out of my fucking way.
Yeah.
That's
you really when they pull in?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
We're trying to be on your side, but it really is such a scumbag move.
Hey, it's a scumbag move, but I'm willing to do it.
That's a great slogan.
Scumbag
move.
I'm willing to do it.
That should be on a bumper sticker for you.
There was
on a van, in front of the schoolyard.
Well, you know, as amazed as you are by the people that sit in the left lane and do that, I'm amazed by the overwhelming flow and peace of traffic.
It really is astounding when you think there's kind of nothing in between us and how
unbelievable.
Less than often they really do bang together.
Yeah, people aren't like just banging into the next car, climbing in the window and eating everybody in it, taking whatever they can.
One guy doing 5 miles an hour, one doing 150.
Yeah, I don't know why it's
there should be so many more accidents every day.
Is
just and deliberate carnage, and murder.
Just how impatient we are and how terrible we are to each other. You would think with these giant fucking transformers that we're driving around in.
Even like tough-looking people that look like criminals and are like on purpose. Who have like, you know, fake bullet holes in the back window. Like, you know, people are like, I am a criminal and I think it's cool. But they're signaling. They're checking their mirrors. They're staying the heck out of the HOV lane if they don't belong in it.
Hey, you see them, they're in the lane when it turns to HOV and blinker on.
I should, you know,
get over on there.
3 teardrop tattoos, but I better, better come to a full stop.
10 and 2, though.
I did another move coming off of the Parkway onto Old Country Road. They got that like clover leaf off-ramp thing, and it was packed. And I just went on the grass and cut completely across the clover leaf and popped up where the traffic was going onto Old Country Road, and just like. And then I put my hand out like, hey, you, I'm getting in here.
Right.
And then I just go in and I was off.
I used to drive with him. Amazing. I've never seen anyone pull more moves than Anthony.
When I do stuff like that, when I do like...
Sidewalks? Do you do sidewalks?
No, I've never done that.
He does sidewalks.
But whenever I've done things that I shouldn't be doing, and other people give me indignant looks, I decide I like own the fiction that there's an emergency. Like I just decide, because they don't know.
They don't know
that I'm not that my kid's not bleeding or something.
Right.
So I decide my kid's bleeding. Fuck you. You have no right to judge me.
I never judge anyone making a move that could potentially get them killed or a ticket, because I'm like, more power to you.
Yep.
And in New York, you got a lot of situations where, especially in like Queens and stuff, there's a truck trying to back into a loading dock. This will drive me fucking crazy because they take forever. I understand it's a difficult thing. Yeah. I'm not saying I could wheel that thing, whip that truck right in there, but it takes a while. And now I'm sitting there. The first thing I'll do is look at cars parked on the side of the road and see if there's an opening. Then you go through there on the sidewalk, you drive a little way, and then you pop back down around the truck.
Sure.
And then there's people, though, that will, if there's a car parallel parking or a truck backing in and we're in a line of cars that are waiting, you don't have to wait until the truck is in the loading dock or the car's parked.
Go around
the second there's enough room.
Yeah, you go.
Go. Why the fuck wait? Oh, it's
the thing is that being in traffic, you're trying to move. You're moving at a higher than human speed.
Yes.
Which is easy to forget. You're moving faster than your body is capable of moving. So when you have to slow down or stop, you're at a distorted level of anxiety. I need to be moving. You really
agree
don't.
With you.
And the moments that you're needing to wait for people to do a clumsy parking job are not going to change your life at all. You're going to just be waiting longer at the next red light.
That's called logic. That's weird.
I've had people honk at me like as a pedestrian, honk, and then I've done this where then I walk up, and then they honked at me, then they're sitting at a red light, and I'll walk up to their car and go, aren't you glad that you honked at me so you know what I tell
You know what I tell them? Because I had cars do that too, where it's like I go, bam, move, and they're like, good, fuck you, and then it stopped at a light, and he's like, see how far you got? I go, if you were weren't in my way, I'd have made that fucking light. So if the pedestrian wasn't in my way,
it's usually not true.
I'd have made the fucking light.
You need to learn how to wait in life, but it's hard to do when you've been moving at it. I once was at a red light. I was on a motorcycle, and I was like 3 cars back from the intersection. This is on the Upper West Side, and there was a truck. A guy in a truck he's trying to screw through the intersection like illegally. And a cab was sitting like waiting to make a left turn. The cab was in the right place, and the truck was trying to do something fucked up. The cab did nothing, but the truck driver pulled up to the cab and spit on his window and cursed at him. And everybody was like, what the fuck? And then the truck makes his left turn, and I watched him, and all I did was I shook my head just to myself. I just shook my head like barely, like, oh, wow. Like,
you work up another loogie for you?
And he saw it and slammed on his brakes. And looked at me and said, "You gotta fucking..." Started cursing at me, and he started getting out of his. He was going to fight me, maybe kill me, maybe break my bones, maybe have himself killed, because I barely shook my head.
Right. So far, I'm 100% on his side. I'm with the trucker.
And now, just last week, I'm driving one of the side streets trying to get to the Midtown Tunnel, and there's a bus. Giant bus stopped in the middle of the road, and I'm looking now because I instantly have to fucking know who's fucking this up. And I look and I notice that there's no one in front of the bus. So the bus is stopped there for apparently no fucking reason, backing up traffic. And this is going on and on and on. And there's a cab parked next to the bus enough where if the cab moved, everyone could squeeze past. But the cab won't even fucking move. So I'm getting livid at this point. I get out of the vehicle. I start walking. I walk up to the bus. I walk up to the bus and I bang on the door. And he goes, "Where would you like me to go?" And points to a truck now that's off where I couldn't see, double parked, unloading some shit. And now the bus can't get through. Right. So I just look, and I just went, "I don't care, move this vehicle!"
Did he laugh at you at that point?
No, and the guy with the truck, no, because he heard me banging on the door and yelling, the guy that was double parked. So he got in his truck and moved enough to let the bus move.
So everyone can move on.
So but I'm walking back to my truck like, yeah, thank me, you motherfuckers, all that would have just been sitting here.
Dude, the stress you give yourself on a daily basis, that's not good.
Exactly. You'll get somewhere fast when you're in the back of an ambulance.
Right.
Fucking frightening.
Let me say hi to Jeremy in Cleveland. Jeremy, go ahead.
Yeah, I was on the highway last night, snowstorm, and this asshole in an SUV blew past me. About a mile down the road, he hit the center divider wall. I pulled over, not to help him, but to laugh at him as he was all bloodied and busted up.
That's great.
So you had to rub it in.
Yeah. You should have just yelled at him when he sped by. What are you rushing into an accident or something? You know, you would let him have it.
Hey, hurry up and hurt your car.
And here's the guy that blocks you on the shoulder.
Oh, really? One of these guys.
Yeah, Andy in Connecticut. Go ahead.
Hey, asshole.
Hey, you know, I agree with most of your traffic and how assholes on the road. However,
here's the caveat. Here's the asterisk.
Here it is.
I gotta take umbrage with this one thing.
Problem?
Hey, listen. You try to pass me to a breakdown lane on the right-hand side, I will block your ass every time.
Oh, go for it.
Why?
What?
Yeah, let's hear it.
Why? What, you're just adding to the problem.
Oh,
no, I'm not.
Oh, he's right.
Okay, I know what you're saying. When I go to merge back in, I'm making more traffic, right?
Right.
I'm the only one doing it.
You're not the only one.
Yes, I am.
I know you think you're God's gift to try.
You're blocking me. Now you're making me go in behind you where there isn't a spot. Meanwhile, I'd be going and wait because there's always an asshole that's going to leave a lot of room between the two vehicles. That's where I dart in.
Sneaking quick.
And also, what about you, sir? Because you compound the problem with your vigilante
attitude.
Lane patrolling.
Yeah.
All right, Louie, I agree with that, you know, so I shouldn't be doing it either, but I cannot.
Yeah, it's old Paul Kersey of the fucking highway.
That's right.
All right.
All right, sir. Thank you.
He got in the lane, and he went on the shoulder, and he raped my wife and daughter.
Now Matt's going to remind us of another thing you did.
Oh, really?
Go ahead, Matt.
Hey, boys.
Hey.
Do you remember that time it was Justin Bieber was on Good Morning America? And
I want to fuck that kid.
He's a man now, right? It's not.
I think he is.
He's 19.
Yeah, not fun.
You're all right.
Yeah.
He's 19.
I'm going to fuck him.
Twinkish.
And the cabbie was in front of Ant, and
you know how he keeps his hair up like that? It's my sperm.
Is it your sperm?
I comb his hair every morning.
It does a great job. It's pretty stiff.
Sorry, go ahead, sir.
That's all right, Louie, no big deal. And Ant, you physically rammed the cab and you shoved
it. Was Michael Bublé.
It was Michael Bublé.
It was Michael Bublé, right?
And
Singer, he sings with a lisp.
Michael Bublé was leaving
the world on a string.
The Today Show.
Can we play that for Louie?
I was right in front of it, and there's a news clip of him coming out of
Good Morning America, or whatever the fuck.
Today Show or something like that.
I think it is.
And there's a video of him like signing autographs, and the paparazzi's taking pictures, and all you hear is my horn going, man! And then you hear me yell, you piece of shit!
Right.
Because here's what happened. A guy jumped out of his car and just left the car in the middle of the road with a camera to get pictures and stuff of Michael Bublé. I just laid on the horn and wouldn't stop, and I just called him. And then I got up to his bumper with mine, and just I just started pushing his car out of the way. And he's like, hey! And then he got in his vehicle and put it in gear, and then I got around him.
But the last shot is you taking off in the Escalade.
You need to get inside the margins, because you're going to get in trouble.
I love it. Oh, it's so much fun.
You're not quite in control of yourself.
You don't think?
Something, you plus another factor that's not in your control, besides you're gonna do some time if you're not careful.
I know.
Most people that commit crimes didn't plan to do it that way. Most people that end up in jail, it was a circumstance plus their inability to control themselves.
Yeah,
you're going to be incarcerated.
We just think
it's going to happen.
We just think it's fun.
Just get inside the margins a little bit.
A little bit.
At least straddle the margins.
No, this is good for the radio show, though. I love it.
Well, you still have plenty of stories to draw from.
It's not good, though. It's not
No.
good.
Well, I'm trying to educate these people.
Well, what about when you shoot debris at other cars that did you wrong? Tell Louie about that one, too.
No, that's a good one if somebody's
gravel
in the lane. Yeah.
Just inside the highways, all that shit is just hanging out.
They got those like ditches, little notches
wake up the
in the road.
drivers.
And if somebody's going too slow in the left lane and I pass them, if you put your wheels in those, they load up with rocks. And your tire literally sucks the rocks out and blasts it at them.
You're like a poor James Bond guy.
Yes. I need an oil slick and a smoke screen.
Here's the Michael Bublé clip. I don't know if it'll do.
Is this the one?
I don't know if it'll do it justice, but you might hear Ant's.
Let me.
You can hear it in the background.
Yeah.
You
hear it?
I hear the horn.
That's it.
$3 on eBay.
You can't hear him cursing, though, right?
I think you can. Right when the horn stops, I yell it.
Oh, you want a picture?
It's one guy.
Hey, shithead! Hey, shithead!
Yes, I heard it.
Hey, shithead!
Amazing.
Yeah, I was very angry.
That's
Michael
a relentless
Bublé.
horn.
Oh, I just... He pissed me off so bad. He was trying to take video. This might be his video. How weird is that?
That's a nightmare.
Your whole life is like a combination of Barfly and Bobby Deerfield.
I live a little too close to one of the tunnels. On Friday nights or Saturday nights when everybody's trying to, if I'm sleeping at 3 in the morning and everybody's trying to get out of the city, there's often somebody leaning on a horn, and it's a half a block from me, but there's been a few times I've actually sat up in bed and contemplated, I'm gonna fucking put on my pants and bundle up.
Bundle up.
And go and find that car, and I'm going to fucking hurt
and get
somebody.
Pull out one of the big knives from the
just
the cutlery set and stab him.
Yeah. I went after these kids once. The one I think that's most I've ever scared another person. I was coming home, and there was these college kids, because there's some nightclubs in my area, these college-looking kids, clean cut, out for a party night.
Sure.
And one of them was down in the stoop of my neighbor's house, pissing on. But he's pissing on somebody because people live. That's like a basement apartment. Right. He's just pissing on someone's front door and on their stoop.
It's their house.
This kid, yeah.
That's where they live.
I came up behind him and I said, "You're not fucking pissing on somebody's house right now." And his friend was waiting for him, and the kid quickly did his pants up, and they were so scared. I think from their point of view, they're like these college kids, and they're in scary New York, and they thought I was like black, basically, because I'm in New York City. And they're like, "Sir, we're very sorry." And I go, "That's a person's fucking house. You're an adult, you piece of shit.
Since you saw that they were scared, you jumped on it?
Why does someone have to tell you not to? What if I pissed on your fucking house? You fucking what kind of a person are you? I just kept screaming.
Nice.
That's my neighbor's fucking house. We're very sorry. We didn't know. You didn't know what?
Right.
That you're pissing on someone's front fucking door. You fucking animal. Because I see it all the time. So I'm yelling at about 1,000 people.
Now let me ask you this. What would you have said if you turned around and said, fuck you, old man?
I would have been like, oh, I'm sorry. I was never going to get violent. You know?
Right.
Not worth that.
Oh,
Keith the cop used to, when he was patrolling and saw anybody pissing, he'd go up behind him real kind of quiet and just push his foot on their ass and push them so they piss all over themselves.
That's great.
That's a great move.
And then they see it's a cop and they can't do anything.
Yeah, because then they get pissed, turn around, and it's a fucking cop, so you can't do anything anyway. You just got to fucking piss on yourself. Yeah.
Nick DiPaolo had a friend who was a Miami vice cop, and he was a plainclothes detective, and he carried a piece everywhere.
Yeah.
And he was a really rageful guy.
Oh, shit.
So he was like you in traffic, but he would if somebody pissed him off a little bit, then he'd get in a game of provoking them and he'd keep provoking till they did something where he could stop his car and fucking smash their window in with his weapon and arrest them. He did it all the time.
Wow.
Holy shit.
He arrived at work every day with, okay, who did you arrest today?
Shit.
Because he slightly cut you off, so you cut him off, flipped him off until you did something, and then,
Wow. That's great.
That guy's a fucking hero. That's
an American.
That's
an animal.
National treasure.
All right, we got to get Louie out.
Yeah, well, look at the time.
So long, fellas.
Crazy. Louie, thanks for coming in, man. It's,
really, I drop my kid
good.
off. I write Jimmy Norton. I say, you're on the air, I ask him.
Yes.
He writes back, sure we are. And then of course, we wrote a few saucy things.
Oh.
We're
to read that.
Yeah, use the F word a couple of times.
Just throwing barbs at each other, Hey, bet you look like you fell through an awning or something.
Good one.
And I was like, how's your ugly mug doing you there?
Hey, you having fun? Tell your face. Back and forth.
It's just you wouldn't believe it.
Yeah.
Put hair on your ends. What?
Yeah. Oh, I got an idea for your show.
Yeah, stuff like that.
It's about some guy that talks to a college student about urinating, and the guy pisses in the old guy's mouth.
Yeah.
That's my idea.
Watch what you say. He'll put it on his TV show. Oh, God. Remember that? Like, when people
we might
do
get
like,
that.
hey, he's got a radio show. Watch what you say.
Watch what you say.
You'll end
That
up on
one.
his show. I'm like, no, there's nothing you could say that will end up on the show.
right now.
Yes, except this right here is a good example.
LouisCK.com and LouisCK.net.
Noon tomorrow, $5. It's a very cheap amount to pay for a movie. And, it's the same as the other stuff I sell on my website. You get the movie, you can use it any way you want. There's no digital restrictions. Please
Can we re-edit it?
Please don't pirate it, because then I can't release stuff like this anymore if you pirate it. And we won't email you or bother you. It's just very simple.
Cool. And it's a movie you did in 1998.
98.
So that'll be very interesting.
Yeah.
It's at least $5 worth of fun.
All right. That's fair enough.
At least.
It's worth it.
If you don't want to, then just pirate it later.
When it doesn't matter anymore.
Please don't. That's right.
Please don't do that.
Not immediately, please.
And Jimmy?
I have Atlantic City, one show left, February 15th, a late show, 10:30.
At the Borgata.
I'm going to that.
At the Borgata, yes.
I'm going both days. My whole family's going down there. We're going to have a pisser, as they say.
And he's next Thursday through Saturday, February 6th through 8. Jimmy will be at the Washington, D.C. Improv.
Well, 6 and 7,
Club.
8th is sold out.
Oh.
The 8th is sold out?
Yeah, 6th and 7th.
I bet you can still get tickets to the 8th.
Well, there might be.
A lot of those are going reservations. Those are going to get canceled.
A couple hundred singles might pop up, as they say.
Yeah.
My agent will say that when I look at the count. I'm like, but Pete, it says there's 400
Friday,
tickets.
February 28th at
Carnegie Music Hall.
Carnegie Music Hall, not Carnegie Hall. Let's be very clear.
Yeah.
Let's be crystal clear.
Yeah. The fact that it's in Munhall, Pennsylvania.
How do you get to the Carnegie Hall? Not go to Munhall.
Exactly.
Not that way.
Yeah, exactly. Fucking drop your high school education and fucking work in a steel
Why
mill.
would they call it that, I wonder?
Because they just think it's fancy sounding.
Well, Carnegie, he was a Pittsburgh guy.
Yeah.
Andrew Carnegie.
Oh, he was. Pittsburgh.
There's a lot of Carnegie places in Pittsburgh.
Oh, okay.
Carnegie Mellon.
Like as an entertainment kind of complex, the Carnegie Hall thing, I think they should limit it to just one.
Well, I mean,
the main New York one. Yeah, if you want to have, the Carnegie fucking garage and gas station. That's fine.
But the Carnegie Hall.
But Carnegie Hall, you should probably just leave to New York City.
I like working at Carnegie Hall.
Yeah.
I'm not picky about the state it's in. I'm happy to be doing I'm going to put that in my bio. Has done a Carnegie Hall.
Right. A Carnegie Hall.
All right, we're out of here. Louie, thank you, man. This was a pleasure. We'll see you soon.
Me.
All right, we're blah, blah, blah. We're done. We're good.
Yes.
The Opie and Anthony Show has drawn to a close. Stay tuned to reflect, relive, and get the story behind the story of the finest moments of today's show.